Hello. Hello and welcome. Hello. It is Saturday and that means it's time for some Pathfinder. Everyone is excited and happy for Pathfinder. You may now do your excited, happy noises.
We're level 2.
Hooray.
Two.
We're all level 2 and happy and everything's lovely. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a little while, been about 2 weeks since our last adventure. So how's everyone doing since we last talked? Hold on, let me skip this dumb ad. Thank you. Okay. How's everyone doing?
We're alive. Fish.
Oh, not your characters. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, I wasn't talking about our characters.
Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, so Phil, nondescript. Phil / Graskell, nondescript.
I've just read, and I've been doing Alchemist slightly wrong. Like, I have a lot more bombs than I thought I did.
I thought you might. So what's the correction?
I thought it was a 1-to-1 ratio. It's actually technically supposed to be 1-to-2, but for my signature bombs, it's 1 infused reagent to 3 items.
Aha.
Quite a lot more
different.
throwing material.
Yeah, that's a lot different. That makes sense, though. That kind of makes sense. Interesting. Very good to know. Zeg correcting himself and fixing QW's attacking power. Very good. Who else? Who haven't heard from yet? Who is it? Mongoose. I'm gonna call out people from the class now.
Yes.
Yes. How's Mongoose today?
Pretty good. The Formula One qualifying was nice and close, although Verstappen did get pole, but hopefully Piastri will be able to get him early on.
Yes, I will smile and nod as if I understood that.
My team's hockey season is over.
Football.
Yeah, I was pretty sad.
Football starts in a couple months, though. Like 3
But
months.
I have baseball, so I'm okay
baseball.
right now.
There's baseball as well.
Does football start, or is it the NFL?
The NFL,
Yes.
American football.
Starts mid to end September.
Yeah.
That's when
I've been
college
watching hockey
football
highlights.
also starts too.
Oh.
I've been particularly enjoying the Canucks goaltender whose name, when pronounced by the announcer,
Philbos.
sounds like Shelob. So I imagine some
Shelob.
sort of giant spider beast guarding the net.
It would
Yeah,
be
his,
an effective goalie.
His name, his name is Silvos, and he's like a third-string AHL goalie, and has just been dynamite for the Canucks. It's been wild to watch. But that's hockey playoffs, baby. You always get that one player who's like, "Where did you come from?"
Excellent.
He came
So
from the mountains of wherever the hell of Middle Earth.
excellent. So yeah, Mordor. So yeah, we've heard lovely things. F1 stuff, exciting F1 things, exciting hockey things. But now let's move into the world of imagination, shall we? All right. To the map. So, last time on our Pathfinder 2E Otari Newbie campaign, our party continued to fight their way through the dungeon underneath the Otari fishery. They faced off against a fiery elemental rat and gained the boons of earth and wind from the elemental powers contained within that room. From the element of wind, the party gained the ability to fly up to 40 feet with just one action, but only one time within the next 24 hours. The element of earth, the party gained the ability to call upon earth and gain strength, +2 to their damage for one turn. one time within the next 24 hours. I believe that some of the party have already used that. Sound off. A couple people flew. At least one person used
I
his
flew.
strength.
I flew as well.
Phil has
Bob
flown.
also flew.
Bob flew. Seleucos flew. I think, Bob, did I recall you using the Earth thing or just talk about using it?
I don't think I even talked about it.
Okay. Okay, so everyone, I think, still has their Earth power up. But
I actually used the Earth power up for the strength to drag Seleucos.
I knew someone.
I did not fly though.
Used it. Okay. So Phil, Seleucos, and Bob have used up their wind power that they gained, and QW Heartbone has been the only one to call upon Earth and gain strength in an effort to save Seleucos in the last encounter, which I'll move on to now. The party then faced off against their greatest enemy yet, a fountain. But not just any fountain. It was a trap fountain, and it bludgeoned the party with water continually and caused quite a commotion. Phil quickly figured out how to disable this despicable discharging dishwasher, but knowing how to disable it and actually disabling it are two entirely different things. The party attempted to disable the trap. They were set upon by more kobolds, who stabbed the shit out of Seleucos. War crimes were committed on the kobolds as a result, and eventually the trap was disabled, leaving the party shattered and damaged, but still intact.
Not a war crime the first time.
Well, again, we talked about this. Civilians can't commit war crimes anyway.
Geneva suggestions.
Exactly. Kobolds don't count. Anywho, they were able to recover, but some were shaken by the experience. And as we mentioned, QW ended up heroically dragging Seleucos away from his stabbing using the strength of Earth. Zeke used an undead during the scuffle, drawing the ire of Seleucos once he had recovered. After a brief talk on the subject of undead and evil, the party moved forward. They raided the Kobold Warren, and after all of their harrowing ordeals thus far, they had gained enough experience to level up to level 2. The party situated themselves, and after taking stock of their new abilities, faced off against the Kobold boss, Zolgrin. Zolgrin managed to fire off magic missiles upon the party, but was lit on fire by Seleucos, and the Kobold boss ended up burning up quickly after the lizardmen flew up to her with the power of wind and literally held her into the flames. The party was quick to dispatch the remaining kobolds, and all fell quiet. And that is where we pick up right now.
No, we finished up with one trying to escape, and him and Bob are now embraced in a good hug.
Oh, is that where we ended?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And yes. So in that case, Bob, you have a kobold who desperately wishes that it could escape right now and is struggling in an effort to do so. If you continue to hold, we'll start doing some like rolls and various things to see if he can get away from you. Or if he just gives up.
I want to convince him to join us.
You want to convince him to join you?
Yes.
Do you speak kobold?
Probably not. But I will through gestures.
Okay.
Interpretivity.
All right, Phil. I want you to All right, in that case, why don't you roll something for me here? So, describe what you're doing as Bob holds this kobold here.
Well, considering that we noticed that their queen was a bit larger than them, I'm going to point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point at Bob and kind of bow like they would to their royalty, and then make a beckoning gesture to see if he wants to come with us.
All right, roll me a diplomacy check. The kobold looks at you, and he looks at Bob, who is holding him up in the air like a small child, and he just nods. He just nods. Now what?
Bob, I think you can put him down now.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
he's
I'm
one
gonna
of us
lower
now.
him gently to the ground. So I'll let go in a sort of slow fashion in case he decides to take off again.
Okay.
Maybe pat him on the head.
Pat. Okay, he stands there, shivering, looking at the corpse of Zolgren, his boss, who's been burned and bitten. I believe Selukos bit her as well, if I recall correctly.
No, I didn't
No.
bite anyone last time.
Ah, yes, that's right. Famous for biting people, but didn't actually get to bite anyone because you were... oh, yes, you were robbed. I remember now. Yes. Yes, you've been robbed. A robbery committed here. You might need to call the guards. They stole your kill.
I want to see what's in that chest.
You want to see what's in that chest? Why, I guess I could allow that. Let's see.
You know what? I'll even beckon Bobold the Kobold to come over and have a look with me too.
Bobold the Kobold.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Hopefully there's like a nice little fancy hat in the chest that we can give him.
All right, there. I've changed his name to Bobold the Kobold. I also need to change his token name to Bobold. Update. Great. So you have your little Bobold the Kobold friend. Okay, so you go over to he compliantly walks along with you over to the chest. And so so you're gonna try and open the chest. If you try to open it, you find that it is locked.
Thievery let me down.
You were unable to unlock it. Bobold reaches out to you and touches your arm and then gestures with a thumb over at the body of Zolgren.
He's so helpful already.
Yeah.
I think he's suggesting he has a key.
That's if the key didn't get melted to her.
Yes.
Alright, I'll search the...
So you search Zolgren. You find on Zolgren yet another one of the necklaces with a strange piece of what appears to be an eggshell. A much larger piece than any of the ones you found so far, though. Again, it glows with a pulsing green vein throughout. In addition to that, you find an iron key, and she has a staff.
Well, I'll take the key and the necklace.
Okay.
I'll move back, and I'll give the necklace to Bobold.
Okay. Bobold puts on the necklace over top his own, and now he has two necklaces. Were you going to say something, Zeke?
I was gonna take the staff, I guess.
You want the staff?
See
Okay.
if it's see if it's magical.
All right. Zeke walks up and takes the staff. I'll have to double check that. I don't believe it is. I think it's a basic staff, but I need to
Okay.
check the appendixes to make sure of that. For now, I treat it as a basic staff, and I will see what I can find. Meanwhile, it's just a basic staff. I'm curious now, so I'm just gonna figure it out real quick. We'll figure it out.
Does anyone need healing?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Now would be a good time to do some healing.
I only got a small nick.
I'm at half health, and I think Bobo needs some healing too.
The kobold can go to hell. This roll is for Phil.
So mean.
Okay, pick up. You get 6 hit points, and I get my focus spell back.
Okay, up to 23 hit points out of 32, so that's good.
Well, Bob would also appreciate a few hit points here or there.
You stole his kill.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Next to the chest, there is a large broken eggshell that's almost 2 feet tall. It's ivory in color, and the shell has green veins running through it. And it's clear that pieces of the eggshell are what's being worn by the boss and many of the kobolds. Though it's not entirely clear what's inside. There are large claw marks, bigger than any kobold could make, down the side of the shell.
I cast a weary eye towards Seleucus. And point at the egg and then at him.
It is not my egg.
You sure?
Yes.
As far as that staff goes, it's just a basic staff, yeah. Which I think has its own properties. It's not like a quarterstaff, like a weapon. Basic staff has like its own thing.
Now the grand unveiling of opening the chest.
So actually, yeah, you take the staff, and I'll talk to you about how that works, because it is a thing. Better yet, you should look up staves, Pathfinder 2e, and do a little reading on your own. Not right now, though. Let's open up the chest. You open up the chest using the key that you got off of Zolgren's body, and inside you find lots of different things. Interesting treasures that the kobolds have found during their exploration of these mines and tunnels. It includes a silver bracelet with a fish pattern, an old map that looks like it appears to depict a strange-looking dungeon, a smoking sword with a dwarven face curved into the hilt, a wand, 2 healing potions, and a hat of disguise. Indeed. I'll get the item descriptions here.
Well, if nobody has any qualms about it, I want to drink one of the health potions.
Well, you should probably just allow Cellulose to treat your wounds, though, unless you're in a hurry.
I'm in no rush. But yeah, let's also
make
lay out
another
all
check.
the items on the floor so that we can magic check them.
Go ahead, Cellulose.
Ooh, another shit roll. That's 4 hit points for Phil.
Up to 27 out of 32.
And another 10 minutes, right? Or rather, well, actually, it has to be an hour in between, right?
That is correct, yeah.
So there's at least an hour and 10 minutes, assuming you heal other people in that time that might need healing.
Yeah, if anyone else needs, just ask.
Right, so I'm very curious about this Hat of Disguise.
It's a basic enchantment most people are aware of. Here you go. Boop. Bobo tells you all about it.
Yeah, he's so wise. If only we could understand him.
He says it all in Kobold, so you understand none of it. Alright, so there's that. The Wand of Heal is a basic Wand of Heal. I don't know what a smoking sword is. Let's take a look.
Is that wand effective whoever uses it, or does it depend on your wisdom?
I will double check that. Here is the smoking sword. And
Ooh.
the Wand of Heal is here. So it is you can cast a spell from wand only if the spell is in the section of spells in your class entry. So really the only person who can use that Wand of Heal is probably Cellulose, potentially Zeke, or if Phil goes the route of magic items instead of spells himself, he might get the ability to use wands and such later. But yeah, if you don't have... So basically you don't have to have heal prepared. It just needs to be in your spell list for you to be able to use a Wand of Heal, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
Well, in that case, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a guess and say the smoking sword is... Oh, it is a long sword.
It
so I
is a
think
long
that'll be
sword.
Good for
Mhm.
Bob.
Yeah. It's a +1 magic long sword and deals 1 extra fire damage, and it has a special action you can do to command the blade's edges to light on fire to deal even more fire damage if you hit instead of just 1. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat little...
Sounds like it would be enjoyable.
Yeah.
For old Bob.
Does Bob want it?
He does.
Bob...
He likes swords.
All right,
And
Bob.
smoking.
Bob takes the smoking longsword. It's got a dwarven face carved into the hilt. The Wand of Heal goes to Cellulose. There's still 2 healing potions to claim. The Hat of Disguise is going to Phil, I assume, unless anyone else wants to try and take it or roll off on it.
I'll take the healing potion.
One of the healing potions.
I'll go with the hat.
The hat. And then
Yeah, it seems to make sense for Bob to have it.
QW can have the second healing potion then, yes? All right.
I will actually give that to people who don't
All right.
have alchemist.
All right, Zeke has both of those healing potions then. Everyone make sure you write down the items that you took and all that.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
I think it's called Wand of Healing.
Wand of Heal.
Okay.
So
No, I
it's
just
Are
can't find
these
it in the-
are these
Oh,
minor healing potions or lesser healing?
2 healing potions.
Oh, okay.
So they're the basic healing potion.
Okay.
The standard one. I don't know what word you want to use. It's just healing potion. So there's, I think, minor healing potion, and I don't know. Anyway, healing potion is all it says. As far as what was the other question?
What's the healing one's name? Because I can't find it.
It's a Wand of Heal. So it's basically all you need is wand, I think, and then it just casts heal. But let me double check that. Inventory. Add. Oops. Search. Wand. Magic Wand, first rank spell. That's the one you want.
Okay, thank you. How many charges does that have?
Let's see. Does it say? No, it does not. Let's go see if it says down here. Bookkeeping, blah blah blah. You contains a single first level spell.
Okay.
So you can cast the spell one time. Once each day is safe. Well, okay, so here it is. I'm sorry, here. Let me post this for you. This is useful information. Here you go.
Thank you.
So basically, you can cast it more than once, but you have to roll a flat check if you do, and if you fail, it'll get destroyed. Otherwise, you'll break it, and you'll have to fix it. So, once a day is safe, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that'll go in my backpack, I think.
Yep, just in case, a nice little emergency healy dealy. Okay, any other questions or administration we need to do real quick with these items?
No.
Nope.
All right. So you've done it. You defeated Zolgren, but you're not sure exactly who this powerful friend of theirs was. Were they referring to whatever hatched out of this egg, maybe? What were they worshipping exactly? Well, what do you do now?
I ask Seleucus for another bit of healing, so I can be up to max.
So at least
You can do that. It'll mean spending another hour.
Yeah,
But-
at least 2 hours have passed while Seleucus tends to Phil's wounds.
While that's going on, Bob sort of waves at Bobold, points at the egg, and tries to get Bobold to mime out what this other thing might be.
Bobold looks at you in doesn't seem to understand what you want. He looks at the egg and back at you, and he kind of shrugs a little bit.
Right.
What else was everyone? What was QW and Zeke doing during this healing, this 2-hour healing fest?
Probably just checking out the area and searching under beds and under the throne and such, but not wandering too far away.
Okay. Zeke?
He's asleep.
He's also here. Zeke is also here.
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah.
I was just wondering if you were doing anything during the 2 hours that Seleucus was spending to heal up Phil. QW, you could have gotten some healing from Seleucus during that 2 hours as well. I see you
Yeah,
down a little bit.
Only need 3 hit points, so hopefully it's nice and easy.
Bobold the kobold watches as you heal Phil and QW, and he sidles up next to you after the first hour, Seleucus, and he holds out his little arms, and they're bleeding heavily from the battle, and he looks very sad, and
Is there a roll I can make to find out if he's evil?
yeah, you could do a perception check basically to kind of determine his intent, if that makes sense. You seem pretty confident that this is just a young kobold down on his luck who was just following the wrong leader at the wrong time. And he's really just wants to leave more than anything else. But he doesn't appear to be evil or have ill intent at this point.
Okay, in that case, I will sigh and see if I can heal him. Yeah.
Alright.
So he regains 11 hit points.
Aw, how kind of you. That's double
walk away
his
from him.
current hit points value.
We love our Bobold.
Aw, now you guys have Bobold. Actually, you know what, Phil? I'm gonna leave you. Actually, I'm going to make everyone have access to Bobold. Hold on, I need to fix this up. All right, we'll talk. We'll deal with this here in a second. Anyway, we'll deal with it here in a moment. So, what now? Everyone's healed up. Everyone's looking good. You have a new kobold companion who you have named Bobold. You've looted the room, and you've, if there was a menace under Otari, I mean, you've certainly killed it, right? Right.
Bob is gonna. No, there's still so much more to go from the looks of it.
There.
I was just about to say, did we check that last room?
Nope, you haven't. You have not. Yeah.
There's this
So-
area and there's one more area that we neglected.
Looking into this room, this cavern, you see towering yellow mushrooms that cover this floor of this really big, vast cave. Some reaching over 10 feet in height. They seem to emit a pale light, giving the entire chamber an eerie yellow glow. Shattered remnants of barrels, torn open with their contents nowhere to be seen, lay scattered around the base of the mushrooms. Somewhere off on the far side of the chamber, something stirs, and a faint snarl can be heard in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Bob's gonna, or Phil's gonna pop a squat and start sneaking in.
I'll grab you by the shoulder before you do and slip you something. A vial of spider venom.
Little
Or a
finger there,
centipede
bud.
venom.
Little dipstick action.
Little dipstick.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Your
summon
sword.
Misha.
Summon Misha. Okay. Let me get her for you.
I tried to get her as set up as possible with the book, the way the book has the
Okay.
Eidolon I chose. I don't know how well it's going to work.
Okay. No worries. Misha. Let's update that. And for whatever reason, her token broke, so let me try and fix that real quick.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, well, that's kind of fucking
I
weird.
can
But all
fix
right.
it. I can fix this. I've got her photo still here somewhere, I think. Maybe that's my problem. Did it get taken away from me? Oh, it did. Why?
Well, before we get into it, Phil's actually going to coat his dagger in the venom.
Okay. Coat your dagger in the vent. There she is. Save this image.
Heartbone, what's the status on that venom?
Misha.
Oh.
Save. Choose.
Okay, so I'm better off not using it now.
Misha. Select. Did that work? Is Misha now? No. God damn it. Why, Misha? Why? Why do you do this? No one asked for this.
It seems like the JPEG or whatever it was saved as is corrupted because it's just.
It seems that way. Yes.
Oh, there we go. It's
There,
appeared.
I fixed it. There, I've done it. Okay.
Right, having read what venom does, I'm gonna wait until
Just in time for her to go away forever when you change characters. I'm just kidding. Maybe you won't. Maybe now that you've got some new tools, you'll be more keen. Now that you've done some reading, eh? All right, let's see. Where are we?
Well, I'm gonna hold off on using the venom because it only lasts 6 rounds. Or
Okay.
is that the poison stage?
That's
I can't tell.
how long the poison takes, like the maximum duration of that poison coursing through them, basically, I think is what that is referring to. So
Okay, I could coat the dagger and
I
leave it
could
at that.
be.
as
I'm
long
not.
as I don't.
Yeah, I'm not positive for now. I'm just gonna allow that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just coat the dagger. He'll pop a squat and start skulking in.
All right, give me a sneak check.
There we are.
Bob might try sneaking in as well.
Okay.
Does it seem to him like his new smoking sword might damage his sneaking abilities?
No, you don't think it'll make you any more or less sneaky than you already were.
It might even help you. In
It
fact.
doesn't. Does it belch enough smoke to conceal him?
No. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. I don't believe it does. Did it say it did?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
I think it's just hot. It's just a moniker, you know? It's called a smoking sword. All right, so Phil, don't move any further for a second there.
Yep, he's just staying down where this fallen mushroom is because he knows it's probably a darkness.
Okay, Bob sneaks in as well. So like I said, there are some giant mushrooms in here. You look like you could probably climb them if you really wanted to.
Am I familiar with the mushrooms at all?
Let's see. These are... I don't know. Let's go with I don't know on this one. Sorry. Tower caps. I just took a name from dwarf fortress. They're called tower caps. You're familiar, but you've never used them in alchemy. You don't believe they have any use for alchemical properties. So you're not.
Yep. That was what I was wondering,
Mhm.
rather.
Yeah, they don't have any alchemical properties. They just grow very large. Okay, so you're good. You're good. All right. So yep, you're walking around down here. Like I said, there's remnants of barrels, trashed barrels that appear to be like you see on some of the wood is labeled or burned in Otari fishery. You see some scraps here or there, but for the most part, there's no fish to be found.
Alright. Phil's gonna push up this way, keeping along the ridge at the edge.
Okay.
See if you can spot anything.
Okay.
I do like how there's shading over here. That's really appreciated.
Mhm.
I'm in the dark. What is that?
Bob's going to do much the same along the other wall.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
What's what?
What's that? Just made a roll.
What's what? Shut up.
You forgot to have... Hmm.
You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna re-roll it. There you go, friend. Read it. Read it.
Yes, perception check 12.
Read it.
It was just you accidentally flicked off DM mode.
Yeah, I know. Either way. As you enter the room, Selikos, Zeke, and Misha, are you all staying behind for now?
Yeah.
Okay. So Phil, you have not been noticed yet.
No, and in fact, I want to do a perception check to see if I notice anything.
Go ahead. You notice some smoke kind of billowing from up here in a rhythmic kind of way. And some heavy breathing now that you're listening closely. And now that you're listening really closely, you hear some snarling and some movement.
I'm going to skulk back behind this mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see Heartbone from here, or is that other mushroom in the way?
Yeah, you can see him. You can see him behind there.
I'll make a series of rudimentary gestures implying there's danger.
While he's been skulking around down there, Bob has raised his shield up.
Okay.
If that affects anything about his stealthery.
I don't think it does, but
I don't think it
I
does.
will remember that. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm going to move one more square down, and I'm going to beckon for two that are waiting out there to come in. But to keep quiet.
I will make a stealth check and we'll see what comedy happens with that, because I've got a -2. Huh.
I mean, that's only one
Hello.
point worse than our actual rogue.
I just got terrible rolls.
That's right. That's right. Hello, chatters. Sorry for not paying attention. I was doing a lot of reading. I apologize. Amelia's here. Baron Von Creepy is here too. Lovely to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Amelia just said, "Hi, how's it going?" That's one of my artists, I believe. And then we have Baron V Creepy, who has said, "Huge mushrooms after the last fight. Grill them up and celebrate. Whoever has the highest constitution can take a nibble to test them." Yes, that's what we should have done with the mushrooms.
Oh, I'm an iron gut goblin. Looks
That's
like
it.
food to me.
Your whole thing, right?
We're feeding them to Bobold first. See what
No,
happens.
no, you leave him alone.
Oh yes, speaking of which, Volvold compliantly shuffles along. And he looks around nervously as he steps into this cavern and kind of hunches down in a corner over here and looks as small as possible.
Did he have any weaponry on him, or was he just...
He dropped the only
He was
weapon he
only-
had. He had dropped his spear so that you wouldn't kill him. So he doesn't have any weapons now. He's unarmed right now.
I'm gonna gesture to Volvo to stay where he is.
You don't need to tell him twice. He hunkers down low.
Just find a little crevice in the mushrooms to hide in.
Yeah. Now, as Seleucos steps into the middle of the room there, clinking somewhat loudly in his armor, he hears, all of you hear, a somewhat loud screech of a roar as a bright green dragon leaps into view. He isn't much larger than you are, but he has large leathery wings and snapping jaws. That makes this hatchling look like an ancient worm. This must have been what hatched out of that egg. Creature
Aw,
gazes at you.
Adorable.
He gazes at you with cunning eyes and snorts a cloud of yellow vapor. With a fierce roar, he charges forward to attack. Everyone roll for initiative. Anyone who was stealth...
Wait,
Go ahead.
can we keep him? Can we keep him instead?
Anyone who was stealthing can use their stealth if they wish for their thingy. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have reset someone just there. Graskell, roll yours again. Soul Knife, roll yours again. And then if it's lower, I'll change it.
Oh, god damn it!
I'll change it. I'll change it. You had already rolled
rolled
a
a-
6. So, I mean, it wasn't
I
much
rolled a-
better, but...
I rolled a 2 and then a 1.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Update 6. Change the music. Oh. There we go. Okay. And then... Oh, that's not good for you. That's not good.
It's alright, Bobo's just hiding. He doesn't need to fight.
Dragon time! Let's go. Let's fucking go. Alright. Let's start this combat, shall we? And we start at the top of the round with our juvenile horned dragon, green scales shimmering in the yellow light. Oh, that's pretty good. 30 minutes. The dragon opens its maw and spews a gout of horrible poison cloud of gas of death of disgustingness. Everyone in the
I was
cone, roll a reflex save.
I was hoping that the mushroom would cover me.
Nope.
Is this an inhaled threat?
Inhaled threat? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
I
get a
guess.
+1.
It's a
what save is
cloud.
it?
Yeah, it's a cloud of deadly gas, so yes.
Harpoon has been taking lessons from Phil.
All right.
Damn, that's a nasty poison.
Yeah. Looks like most people are making their reflex saves, though. Success, 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 success. Well, the book says DC 24.
Good luck, Bob.
Bob's safe.
Bob is
What's
only
happened?
one who's safe from this. Yep, Bob is safe from
Yep.
this.
Him and
So,
Bobo.
yep. So if you succeeded, you take half damage on this. Bloop. Ooh, pretty. Poison. 14 damage to everyone as the poison gets inhaled. Now you said you get plus what? Did you add that already? Is it just a +1?
Yeah, I added that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. Excellent. So yeah, everyone take 14 damage as the poison washes over you. And then he will stride away. And in fact, he'll flutter. He'll flap his wings and flap back. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The move in was part of the turn. And 2 actions to breathe. So never mind. Just kidding. No more actions for little guy. It's Bobold's turn. Bobold runs the fuck away.
That's fine. He can hide under the bed.
Bobold runs as fast as he can from the room. Seleucos, it is your turn. Let me get rid of this.
I don't need to worry about
poison thing.
healing this guy, so I'm just going to do a 3 action point heal to heal basically everyone who got hit.
Oh,
Ooh.
30-foot emanation heal. Very nice.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh,
Heal me.
Oh, how much damage? How much? Oh,
How much is that?
oh no!
Okay, so everybody gets 8 points of health back, unless
Ow!
you're some kind of wretched undead. Then
Well,
you
I'm
have to
not.
make-
Technically, I'm
You have
not
to make a-
undead. I'm only half undead.
You
It's
can
not my
make a
fault.
save.
You've
Um,
Yeah, it's a fortitude save.
Zeke, you can make a fortitude save against it.
Does that beat your
Uh,
spell
my-
DC?
My spell DC is 8.
Is 18,
So I
so
think it
yes,
does.
it meets it. So meets it,
Oh, so I.
beats it.
So is that half damage?
I think it's half. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you still take 4. You take 4 radiant damage, Zeke,
Ow.
as a wash
Oh, you
of
could
healing
stealth
magic.
you.
Yeah.
Well, being
Maybe you
half
need to
undead
open
isn't
Rich's
my
blood.
fault. Okay, it's not my fault.
Oh,
I'm a victim of unfortunate circumstances in that case.
he was just born this way.
Basically, yeah. It's not my fault, man.
Anyway, that is my entire turn. So
A big heal.
whoever's next.
Big heal for everyone. Very good. It is now QW Heartbone's turn.
All right, Heartbone's gonna run down there and chuck a bottled lightning at this thing.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Just kidding. Just kidding. This thing has a higher AC than I thought it did. A 19 does not hit.
Does it splash near him? I don't know how this works.
Yes, I think a miss ends up splashing, right? On the alchemist.
It is splashed, which is, I think, just one.
Yeah, it's just
But
one
it's better than none.
electric damage. Pretty good. So he will take the 1 damage.
And then
yep,
I
he's
will
not
move
resistant
again.
or anything like that. So yes, he takes.
It's a drive-by bottled lightning.
He runs and tosses a bottle of lightning at the dragon hatchling. Very good turn. Anything else for you?
That's all.
Alrighty. Okay. Next up is Bob. Bob, your friends just got blasted with a bunch of poison and healed. Or you thought they were healed. Zeke continued to scream.
Yeah, Bob even caught a bit of healing there. His last hit point has been restored, so he's feeling great.
Excellent. Where did Zeke go?
He screamed and disappeared.
Oh
I don't know,
my.
hasn't he?
Behold the power of Saren, right? Oh, Jesus. Is he underneath? Yeah. That was what. Hiding
He's dead.
underneath Misha. Hurts so bad. I have so many wounds.
I have so many.
All right, Bob. What you got going on?
With the power of a sudden charge.
Hmm.
Bob was using 2 of his movements to 2 of his actions to get up here.
Bob suddenly charges, as Bobs are wont to do.
And yeah, he does enjoy a good sudden charge. It's the first chance to use his smoking sword. Like that.
Ooh, there's a hit. Very good. So you deal 10 damage, 9 slashing, and 1 fire damage.
Shazam.
Shazam.
And with his remaining action, he's gonna keep his shield raised.
Okay. Very good. Raising a shield to finish it off. Now it is.
And yeah, thereby raising his AC also.
It is time for Phil the Short
Yeah.
to take
he
a turn.
Charges in.
Okay.
And using the venom that's coated on his short sword, he's gonna have a few swings.
I was about to say, you had a hit for that to take effect.
Hopefully, I applied the poison correctly. Nope.
Nope. That's a miss. Another miss.
Well, that's my turn. Moved and then
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So the poison dragon looks at you impassively as you try to swing your poison sword at it.
I'll poison you.
Yeah, you might, maybe. All right, that brings us around to Zeke's turn.
Oh boy.
A
It
surprisingly,
hurts so bad.
surprisingly ineffective Phil turn.
Well, I guess I'll put Misha. Okay, so movement is an action, right?
Right.
Okay, so whenever you move, so to make sure I got the action economy right. So you have 3 actions essentially per turn, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so move is 1 action, and that means there are 2 actions left, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what is drinking a potion?
Drinking a potion, if you'll recall, we have special house rules for potion drinking. Basically, if you spend 1 turn or 1 action drinking it, then you roll on the dice or whatever it is. If you spend 2 actions to drink the health potion, then you will just get the full amount you would get as if you had mulled max.
Okay.
You carefully drink all of it.
Then in that case, I will go ahead and spend 2 actions drinking this potion.
Okay. So a potion of healing, I believe, is 1d8. Let me double check that. Healing potion, 1d8. So yes, you get 8 points of healing from doing that.
That's going to be my turn.
Okay. So Misha moves up. And then you take a potion to kind of stave off your wounds, and then your additional wounds.
I sprinkled it with holy water.
Now, was that you or Misha?
So we have a shared pool of hit points.
Okay. I wasn't
so
sure.
if she goes down, so she goes down, I go down.
Okay,
and
yeah.
vice versa.
And vice versa. Got it.
It's one of the drawbacks.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that brings us back around to the top. And that means it's dragon time. Dragon. He's a dragon. A little baby dragon. All right, let's see. We will use 2 actions to do a thing.
No.
That's yes. He's not gonna breathe or anything like that. He can't do that right now. Well, actually, maybe he can. No. No, he can't. Just kidding. So instead, he's going to attack viciously. He strikes out at Bob with a claw. He strikes out at Phil with a claw. He strikes out at Misha with his tail. Okay. So, the 28s against Phil.
Oh, those are 2 hits.
And Bob. Now, what is your AC?
Mine?
Yeah.
19.
Okay. So not a crit. Very close. Nope. Bob, your AC right now is like 20, right?
It's 21.
Okay.
Right now.
Good. So then, yeah, it's just normal damage for both of you. Totally fine. What's the worst that could happen? All right, Phil, you take 12 damage. Bob, you take 9 damage.
Bob reactively shield blocks.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
Which she hasn't done before.
Okay.
That's new to him.
What does that do for you?
Good question. So it knocks off 5 for the hardness of the shield. And then it looks like we share the remaining damage.
Okay.
Which claw was Bob's claw?
9. So you took 9 damage, so it's down to 4. And then, so the shield takes 2 and you take 2.
Okay.
Very good. Mitigate some of that damage from the vicious dragon claw. And now, one last action. That was 2 actions to do Draconic Frenzy, which was 2 claw strikes and a tail strike in any order. Fortunately, he does suffer the multiple attack penalty for all of that. And then he will try and bite with his worst attack penalty at Misha, who he missed with his tail. And another failure. Okay, that's it for the dragon's turn. It is now Bobold's turn. Bobold hides. It is now Seleucus' turn.
Okay. Seleucus is going to run over here. Behind
Okay.
Bob. I'll try and cast this directly, although the last time I tried that kind of thing, it didn't work. Yeah, so moving is 1 action. I place a hand on Bob's shoulder, and I cast Runic Weapon.
Oh.
Ooh.
Very good.
So your next attack, well, actually this lasts a minute. You get +1 to attack rolls, and the number of weapon damage dice increases to 2.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Your
Yeah.
smoking sword now glows with runic enchantments up and down its blade, thanks to Seleucus. It is QW Heartbone's turn. Throw a bomb in there. What's the worst that could happen?
All right. I am going to move.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
Throw healing bombs. Healing bombs.
I'm going to coat the dagger that I have with giant spider venom, or centipede venom, rather,
Okay.
and chuck it.
Okay.
I don't think the dagger has a thrown property. How does that work?
It should. It should. If you see the dagger, it should have 2 separate bars. Top one is melee, and the second one has like a little arrow that curves, and that's thrown.
Well, I'm just gonna put.
Yeah, just do your dex.
It doesn't matter
Whatever.
anyway.
Yeah, that's. It sails past the dragon. Anything else for you? That's 2. Oh no, that was 3 actions, huh?
Yeah, that's it. So I gotta stand there.
All right, Bob.
Oh yeah. Is there a way to link that runic weapon buff that I've just received to my roll, or do I just add?
Here, I
extra
think
die
we can add it
afterwards.
to you by doing this, and then this.
Ooh,
Ta-da!
that was easy.
Now you just attack with your sword as normal. It should have it.
Okay, well, with Bob's first action, he commands his smoking sword to catch on fire.
Haha, yes.
Oh.
Okay, action number 1. He lights the sword on fire. Now glows with extreme light.
I can do like that. I've ticked the box in my...
Okay, that should work. Yeah, just ticking the box should work. Go ahead and roll it, and we'll see.
Havachi Dragon.
How about you, Dragon? That's a hit. Ooh, spicy. Yeah, that that seems to have worked. Runic weapon got a plus 1d8. Yep. 1d6 for the fire explosion. And yep. That's a solid, palpable hit.
That's a happy bulb.
23 damage. Okay.
So that was that leaves him one.
He still has one
action
action
left.
remaining. Indeed.
Oh, let's hit him again.
Yeah.
Runic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're still on fire as well, aren't we? For
Oh yes, I was reading that.
while I'm concentrating. So yeah. Good.
Ooh, a miss on that second swing, but still very palpable hit. One step closer to possibly wrapping this up without anyone dying. Very good. Very good turn. We're stacking up the damage. Next, it is Phil's turn. It seems like Phil might have been up to some things.
Oh no, I was just reading something, but I'm gonna take a swing at him with my poisoned short sword first.
Okay. And miss on that one. As the dragon
noticed that,
writhes.
Noticed a poison dagger just sitting on the ground.
Okay.
And then this is... So this counts as a second attack or a first attack?
Second attack.
Yeah, doesn't matter, I'm rolling like crap, so the dagger completely misses.
Dagger sails past the dragon and then sails past the dragon again through telekinetic force. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Where did it land out of curiosity? Because I might go pick it up.
Could land behind me.
Oh yeah, or yeah, whatever, I guess. Sure.
Because I would have assumed it missed going past him and landed
Sure.
this side.
Sure. Okay, so that was 3 actions, right? All 3?
Yep.
So, okay. Unfortunate. It is now Zeke's turn to round out round 2.
So, I'm gonna use one of my actions to have Misha attack.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 28 to hit.
That ought to do it. That is a hit.
That'll do. It is a lot more than a D4 bludgeoning.
Okay, well, just roll what it should be manually.
Oh boy.
What is it? What should the damage be?
Let me look. I forgot.
Okay.
I fucking forgot.
No worries.
Nope, wrong book. Nope, wrong. Wait. Yep, that's the right book. Computer. Dumb. Gotta stop.
Oh.
Okay, that's what I needed. There we go. Then here, come down here.
Bum 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 bum.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just
Here
enjoying
we go.
this new song I put on. I ain't in a hurry.
Out of curiosity,
Fuck.
Misha's like a spiritual thing that has like a somewhat physical presence on this realm.
Something like that.
She doesn't happen to weigh about 1 bulk or less, does she?
No.
Damn.
She's still weighs the same as a person.
Damn, there goes my idea of using her as the telekinetic projectile.
Whenever you do damage, what does fatal mean?
What do you mean?
So, like, one of the damages she has is a D6 fatal D10. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Okay, well, whatever.
The fatal trait increases the die size. On a critical hit, the weapon's damage die increases to that die size instead of the normal die size.
Ah,
And the weapon adds 1 additional damage die of the listed
okay,
size.
so it's crit. If you crit, is when
I don't know where
fatal matters.
where
So
are
let's
just-
see.
We're just regular dice.
Just
Regular
slash R space 1D something.
Slash R space 1d6. 6 plus.
I will look into getting you a dice module.
She does 6 damage,
Okay.
and then I will do a cantrip. Use. We'll do phase bolt.
A phase bolt. Bolt of phase. And that'll be at the second.
Whack.
It'll be
There we go.
map -5.
Well, doesn't matter.
Nope, doesn't matter. That's a miss. Okie dokie. A little bit more damage, chipping away. Chipping away. And now it is dragon time.
Feels time to say goodbye to everyone.
It's dragon time. Oh wait, no. I already rolled that. So, with breath weapons in Pathfinder 2e, basically it has a roll you make to see how long until it can use it again. I rolled a 1 on 1d4. It's in 1d4 rounds, which means it's been 1 round, boys.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So that means cone time. Let's see. Where do we put this? Something like this looks good. Yeah, something like that maybe. No
Like what?
good way to do this actually. So instead what the dragon's going to do is back away from you. So anyone who has reactions can take them.
Oh, Bob has one of those.
Grapple out.
So reactions you can, or is there attack of opportunity? I guess.
Yes, if you have an attack of opportunity, which not everyone does, but some do. Bob does.
Oh.
Misha might.
I don't think so.
She might not.
No, she doesn't. No,
Yeah,
she doesn't.
She might not. Most things at this point don't. It's like a fighter thing, more than anything else, an animal thing. Ooh, you hit.
Yeah.
Very good. And yep, so another 13 damage for the dragon. And then he blasts you with his poison.
Is it only 2 actions then to do that?
It is 2 actions to do the poison breath. Correct.
Ooh.
He did a stride in his first turn. He did a stride to fly in, and then did his poison breath. That was his 3 actions for that first turn. All right, so everyone, and I mean everyone, give me a reflex save. DC is 21.
That's also a failure.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. That's real bad. So everyone except for Phil and QW Heartbone. Bam. Spicy. 17 damage as the dragon spews its poison over you once more.
And I will take what? 8?
Ooh, and you're safe for four rounds. And you'll take anyone who saved can take 8 exactly. So that would be QW and Phil take 8. Everyone else takes 17 poison damage as the poison wafts over you and you choke and stuff.
Man, I'm glad I took that healing potion. Otherwise, I'd be down.
Right. Yeah, right.
I mean, Phil's not far off.
It's bad. That's a dragon. That's a dragon, all right. So that's it for the dragon's turn, though. Now my music stopped. There we go. Next is Bubbled. So Seleucos.
Okay. I think I'll use battle medicine on Bob and hope this doesn't make things worse, which it could.
It could. All right, roll it.
Okay. I was thinking it'd do it automatically through that.
I think you can click the treat wounds to do it automatically.
Oh,
Ah,
that's
you're
a crit.
fine. You're
Phil's
fine.
not.
Well, no
Okay,
one's
so Bob
fine.
gets 20 hit points back.
20 hit
Sweet.
points. Very good.
Critical healing. Thank you.
And
Oh,
that's
wait.
one
I've
action.
damaged
I can't do it
myself.
again.
You better
Not for the
better
first
do it the
time.
other direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that to you again for the rest of the day, but I think this will be the last thing. So I'll run over and try to do the same thing to Phil. Who, if I get a 1, this will probably
Real
kill
quick,
you.
before
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, didn't you do battle medicine during the fountain? Who did you do that to?
I might have. I don't think I did.
I never got bottom.
Anybody else? I did healing on Phil, which was the first time I think I'd used an
A
actual healing
spell.
spell.
Okay, maybe it wasn't battle medicine then. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. Okay, so Bob has healed 20 hit points
9 more for Phil.
and 9 for Phil.
Yeah, so I jam an acupuncture needle between Bob's shoulder blades, then run over to Phil and slap a poultice over a burn wound, and that's my turn.
Okay. Trying to get rid of this poison thing here. There we go. All right. Very good turn from Seleucos. It's QW Heartbone's turn.
All right. Moving up under this tower cap, gonna chuck a bottled lightning.
All right.
My last bottled lightning is still not rolling well, but it's still 1 damage. Oh boy.
Yep. 1 lightning damage for the Dragone. Little hatchling guy. Hey, you're chipping away. Every little bit counts.
And since I'm not gonna burn anybody, I will do a second attack with
Sounds good.
Alchemist Fire.
All right. Sounds good.
Nope.
Hmm.
That's 1 more fire damage though.
All right. That would have been a critical miss. Does that change anything?
I don't know. I've never critically missed with one of these.
Because I believe nothing happens on a critical miss. I think it just like breaks in your hands.
Oh, you know what? I think I did critically miss once, and yeah,
Mhm.
it just does nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Why-
dragon's dead.
Why did the dragon die?
26
26 damage somehow.
I did not mean to do that. I was trying to give him 1 damage. Okay, well, fair enough.
That's my turn, though.
Oh. Now he's got too much health. Okay. Fixed it. Okay. Sorry about that. QW Heartbone throws some bombs, does a little bit of damage. Bob. Oh, actually. No, it's fine, I guess. It's fine. Bob.
Yeah.
Grapple lash.
Now,
Steps
before,
up and-
as you begin to move
Mhm.
forward, the dragon lashes out at you with its tail. Whoosh.
Oh.
Does a 17 hit?
It does not.
It does not. And it's a -2. I think it already took that off. Yeah, good. All right. Well, fair enough. Continue.
Yeah.
Nothing
Okay,
happens.
so
He
what-
whips at you
Oh,
with his tail
jumps
to
over
try to
his
stop you
whipping
and
tail.
fails to do so. Go ahead.
Gonna hit him with a sword.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
Bob the hero. Can he finish this thing off? 12 damage. One more action.
Does it look severely?
It looks very injured.
Okay. In that case, we'll just go for another hit then.
It's bleeding heavily from several wounds.
Oh no.
A miss on that second swing. The dragon is bleeding heavily. It has been cornered by Bob the Mighty. It is Phil's turn.
It's gonna launch a dagger at him.
All right, throw your dagger. Miss. It's hard. It's a dragon. Maybe a
No
baby,
rolls.
but it is a dragon. Okay. You still have 2 more actions.
Phil's gonna bring up his hand and make the finger gun.
Mm-hmm. Hit him with the finger gun.
Nope.
Another miss. Goodness. Phil's kind of shooketh. Maybe this is the first time seeing a dragon. A little shook.
Well, that's the turn for the whopping 0 damage I've done to this thing.
Unfortunate. Everyone has a bad time sometimes. It's everyone gets a little cold sometimes. Zeke. It is now your turn. Zeke and Misha.
Well, guess I'll have Misha come forward. Attack the dragon.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, 1 action, 2 action. That's a hit.
23.
Yep, that's a hit.
Wait, slash R, right?
Yep. /R space 1d6 plus whatever.
9 damage.
There you go. All
And
right.
that was
It's still bleeding. It's still alive somehow, bleeding heavily from many wounds.
yeah. That's all the action I can take.
That's it. You do have 1 more action, but yeah, nothing else to do. Do you want to try and take 1 more swing with Misha, maybe?
Yeah, I'll take 1 more swing. Might
Yeah,
as well.
You have 1 more action. You may as well use it. And you could get something
28.
like that. There you go. That's a hit. Can Misha finish this thing off?
Well, let's find out.
Actually, I think there's no question about it at this point. It has 5 HP left. And she does
oops.
+4, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll die then. So describe how Misha finishes off this little bite. There you go. Like I
Got
said.
it exactly.
Well, that's what I mean is there's a minimum 5 and it has 5 HP.
Yeah.
Misha kills this dragon. How does she do it?
Misha looks haggard, but she's able to summon the strength that she needs to protect Zeke and finishes his dragon off by basically just punching it right in the face.
There you go. Bam! Misha punches a dragon in the face, caving its skull in, and it collapses to the ground with one final puff of poison gas out of its nostrils. Congratulations, team. You did it. You killed the dragon. Yay!
Just barely.
Yeah, you made it. All right. So you're standing in this empty cavern with giant mushrooms, tower caps, next to this corpse of this juvenile dragon hatchling. What do you do?
I'm gonna whistle for Bobo to come join us.
I'm going to try and heal myself first because I'm on 5 hit points.
Oh. Yeah, that was a rough fight. Definitely the hardest thing you've faced so far.
Bob's dancing a little jig on the bones of the dragon.
Bob dances upon the grave of his enemies. Very good.
Harpoon's gonna collect some of the glowing mushrooms.
All right. KW starts gathering a little bit of shrooms.
Bob's ideally, he's gonna lop the head off this dragon to take back as a prize.
All right.
Or at least proof that they've done something.
Roll. Yeah. Roll a attack for me then. With that sword. You start to chop and it glances off the scales. You're kind of tired. Lazily chopping.
That dance really took it out of Bob.
After a few minutes, as Seleucos is healing several of the party members and you guys are recuperating from your harrowing fight, you see around the corner Bobo kind of poke his head and look in to the room fearfully. And as that happens, Bob manages to cut the head off of this juvenile horned dragon. Besides this, now that you're on this side of this cavern, you can see in the northeast corner of the room, there appears to be a ledge that's 15 feet high. And that seems to be where the dragon had come from.
I'm gonna scramble up it.
Alright, give me an athletics check.
I will attempt to go up there as well.
I also have my climbing kit.
Athletics checks. I think climbing kit gives you like a circumstance bonus or something. Heartbone reclaims his dagger. Phil, you clamber up the side of this ledge relatively easily and get to the top. Zeke, you can't seem to manage
Not
to
so
find.
much.
You can't seem to manage to find any handholds or footholds that will support you properly. It must be because he's so small that it was so easy.
Misha can try.
All
She'll be
right.
able to see what I see. I can see what
There
she
you
sees.
go.
She got a 20.
She can get up there easily. Atop the ledge sits a small chest and a huge pile of coins.
Dibs, I was first up. I want to see if there's any goodies in them.
Atop the vast pile of coins, which has this much. Bloop. 429 copper, 63 silver, and 18 gold pieces in this pile of coins that was clearly the small dragon's starting hoard that the kobolds have provided it. There's also a single giant emerald sitting atop the heap that vaguely looks like a dragon's eye.
I'm going to take the gem. Thank you, Dead Dragon, for telling us that.
I'm gonna use detect magic through Misha to see if there's any magical items.
Okay.
Uh,
There doesn't appear to be any magical items up here. There does not appear.
Okay.
It's just the coins and the emerald, none of which appear to be magic.
The
Okay.
emerald that is now in my backpack.
Yes, and you obviously see Phil fur. Anyway,
Not quite.
Philper,
I have a few skills that enable me
Philper.
to take them undetected.
It's like pilfer, but anyway. Moving on. That's all you find up there. The back of the mushroom grotto has a tunnel that appears to lead out of the cavern.
Does anybody need healing?
Always.
yep.
Everyone needs a little touching up probably at this point. Death
Okay,
by
I'll start
face
with-
punch. Well done. Someone commends Misha's death blow.
This is for Zeke. Okay. So 13 more hit points for Zeke.
Yay. I'm not
And
dead.
Arbon.
You're not yet dead. Although some weird things did happen during that battle that you may want to address. There was a point.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come to that.
Okay.
How much did I get healed? I didn't see.
I've not done it yet. I'm doing it now.
Seleucos spends basically
Oh, that's a
the
crit.
if you did a diagram as far as time spent in this dungeon, a big part of the pie would be Seleucos healing the party through medicine,
Oh, yeah.
treat wounds and whatnot.
This is for me.
Several hours have been spent. At this point, you guys have been down here since the morning, right? You came down in the morning. Very early.
Yeah.
And at this point, you've been down here probably a good 6 hours, if not longer. No. Maybe a little shorter than that. Maybe more like 4. Somewhere between 4 and 6 hours you've been down here. At this point, after all this healing, 6 is probably accurate. So it's probably midday up top, but you're not really sure.
There's still somewhere I want to explore.
Yeah? What's that?
There's an area down. It's down south of this place that we never really explored, where I left the bear trap.
You did. You did. That was the Zolgoth room. That's where
We
they
never went
the
up
Zolgoth. No, you didn't go up there. No.
Might be treasures to be had.
Well, I guess Phil better go off alone and check, huh?
Come, Bobo.
While Seleucus is doing his mini bandages and acupuncture and poultices and so on, he looks at Zeke and says, "So, are you a vampire?"
Kind of. It's a little complicated. Let me try to explain. I'm what they call a Dhampir. I'm half vampire. It's a very unfortunate set of circumstances. I'm not like this because I want to be. I'm like this because I have to be.
Does Seleucus know what that is?
What was it? What was the question?
No, I was just asking Cal if Seleucus would know,
What a
that
Dhampir
means.
is?
Yeah,
potentially.
probably, most likely not, because they're incredibly rare. So, do you have a title? Seleucus? Like, priest?
Oh, buttery.
No, I'm just a cleric of Sarenrae,
Well,
destined to smite evil.
well, I was created through the unholy union of a vampire and a mortal. My mother was attacked by a vampire while she was pregnant with me and became a vampire while I was still in the womb. And here I am. I'm a half vampire, basically. I don't drink blood or anything like that. I eat normal human food and stuff like that, but healing magic, such as you wield, doesn't really agree with me, unfortunately. That's kind of the drawback of this whole situation.
I see. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Like me, it's an unholy abomination.
Yes. I am pleased you are not evil.
There is some parts of my nature that could come across as evil, and that is, I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise.
Seleucus nods and is convinced.
And Zeke's being completely honest. He has no reason to lie.
Excellent. Little role play moment. So meanwhile, as you were having that conversation about Dhampir and what those are, Phil snuck off and got Bubbled the kobold to go with him. Down.
He also gave Bobold his old rapier.
Oh, how nice for Bubbled. I'll figure that out later. As you are walking back down into this room, it starts to smell really, really badly. You start sneaking, and you realize that this is likely the lair of the Zolgoths that you fought earlier. Let me scroll back up to that real quick. There's an overpowering stench in this chamber, like rotten fish mixed with oily sweat. The warm, humid air only adds to the foul atmosphere. Unlike previous chambers, this one appears to be a natural cavern, dotted with limestone stalactites and stalagmites, making it hard to see where the room ends. So you've not been in this room proper before. But yeah, that's what this is. It's a cave. And as you're marveling at the stalagmites and stalactites, you see around the corner, or rather, you smell him first, walks a Zolgoth. He does not yet appear to have noticed you. He's shuffling around trying to pick up trash. Picking through bones and trying to find something to eat, it seems.
Phil's gonna run up and huck a dagger at him.
God damn it.
Alright, Phil's
I've
dead.
dealt with these before.
Phil's so dead. Okay, everyone. Sorry. Let's.
I'm still so wounded.
I tried. I want everyone to know that I tried here. Okay, end encounter. Let's start a new one.
Yous are fine. Yous are far enough away. Nothing bad will happen.
No, it's not them I'm worried about. You're gonna fucking bite it, bro. All right.
I have a dash.
All
Wait,
right.
where is he?
Exactly.
He's not even on our
Miles
fucking
away.
map.
Exactly. It's been about a good 20 minutes since you last saw him. Seleucos has been healing people. There's been some commotion up there. Anyone who has been
Bob's got
healed.
the severed head of a dragon on his hand. He's
Right.
using it like a glove puppet for some sort of conversation he's having with himself.
Exactly. Bob was doing something with the dragon corpse. Bobold rolled a natural 1 on his initiative as well.
We're so alike. We're the best duo. We're Batman and Robin.
Everyone else give me initiatives just to get you in the order there.
Not bad.
You're just gonna die, bro. Why would you do this to yourself? Why? Okay. Give me your dagger attack.
Okay. Dagger. Womp womp.
All right, and give me a DC 16 Fortitude save as well.
Double womp womp.
Yep. Both you and Bobold are sickened by the stench of this horrible creature. And you missed your dagger throw.
Has anyone seen Phil? He's been gone for a minute.
All right.
Where is that little bastard?
The party up here hears a guttural scream from deep within the caverns. Appears to be some chamber from before, who knows. As the Zolgoth runs up to Phil with his club in hand.
The hell was that?
Climb to me,
I think we
big boy.
found Phil.
Isn't it Seleucus' turn first?
Well, I guess it would be Seleucus' turn first, yes. You hear the guttural yell.
Okay, so he's just going to run as far as he can after he did all that healing to get Phil back up to full. Okay, that's the first action. Can I jump down here? Instead of going the long way round. Oh.
Very good. I'll use all 3 actions to stride. Yep. That is a 10-foot drop there. So you'll have to either acrobatics to not take any damage, or you'll take a little bit of falling damage if you're just going to jump down.
Can't climb down with athletics.
You could. Yeah, you can climb down with athletics as well. Low
Okay,
DC
try
for that.
then. Yeah.
Well, it was a low DC for that. But you failed to do it. You begin to climb down and kind of get stuck, feeling for a foothold and a handhold, and you just barely manage to make it down without hurting yourself, but you aren't able to move any further. That ends your movement.
Okay, that's fair. So I think that's as far as I can get then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes,
Yeah.
Seleucos it is now the Zolgoth warrior's turn. So the Zolgoth runs up and attacks Phil the Short. First, he tries to bite at him. Nom nom nom. 14 as a failure.
Nope.
And then he tries to hit him with an empty hand. Also a failure. Okay. Yeah. And you have -1 from being sick, right?
Correct.
All right.
You put that status on there.
I did. Okay. All right. It is Zeke's turn. Zeke and Misha. You hear some commotion. You see Seleucos run out the room.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do the same. As far as we can. I don't know how far we can actually go.
What's your movement speed on both of your characters?
25, basic.
20, 25. So both of you could move 25, and then one of you could move an additional 25. So you'd have to go back to here.
Okay, well, I can use share
And
senses
one of
with
you,
Misha and
yeah.
move forward.
And then she can go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll work. QW.
I'm dashing.
QW's dashing. Meanwhile, Bobold the Kobold is here. And he immediately turns and bolts.
No, not that way.
And he runs straight into horrible bear traps that Phil put down earlier.
No. Oh.
Ooh. Awkward.
Oh, kobolds are squishy.
Ugh. All right. Let's see. What was that? Kobold Trapmaster. Here we go. It is a spike trap. What does it do? Spike trap, it deals 2d8 damage to anyone who steps on a square. Yay. All right.
And of course, he would have actually impacted the square above first.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's trying to run. It doesn't really matter.
He's succeeding.
He did succeed. Which means he takes half damage from the 2d8. So at least there's that, right?
Yep.
There you go, buddy. Bubble takes 7 damage as he steps on the trap. And you hear him scream. Phil the Short.
Is the trap only like a one-time use?
Yeah, it's a bear trap,
what-
basically. It gets set off and you have to reset it.
Okay, my go.
Yeah.
This is still got in front of me.
More like Cobalt Companion. That's funny.
I do like him.
He's
Well,
a
I have
scared
to
little
say-
guy. He's just a little guy. 16 is a hit. And you have poison still on that thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that poison do again?
Yeah,
Let me bring up the stats.
Phil maybe does have this well in hand, all on his own. All right, so DC Fortitude save. He's fine. He's fine. Then another hit. Good damage. Alright. So that's 2 actions.
If I was to try to punt him off the cliff, what would that be?
It's not a cliff, really. It's kind of just a step.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not going to go anywhere, but why not?
Another hit. Even sickened. He's just laying in. Oh, you kill it! Goodness gracious. Phil puts on a show for no one.
I do my best work when I'm not being watched.
Okay, Phil, you've described what you do to this Zolgoth.
Oh, Phil, just feeling slightly annoyed at not doing anything in the last fight, just goes full ham and just leaps onto this thing and just starts stabbing.
Seems on point. Seems on point. So, yeah, Phil just absolutely murders this Zolgoth by himself without any help. Everyone else, you hear the sounds kind of dissipate.
Bobold!
So either Phil is dead or he succeeded, one of the two. I'm gonna switch. I'm not hosting anymore. Why is that? Mongoose is hosting. Why? What happened?
Yes.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay, so the fight is over. Phil, you rush over, and Bobold is sitting with his legs stuck in one of the traps that you set earlier. Guilt floods you as you see him struggling to free himself.
I'm going to attempt to help him.
Okay.
Oh, God. What skill is that?
I think it's just an action. You already know how to set them. You just have to reset it, basically. So you click it open relatively easily and free Bobold the Kobold from it. And he scampers back behind you again and whimpers.
I give him a hug
Aww.
and tell him it's okay.
So,
We'll go find Seleucus.
Seleucus, at this time, you see the light of Saren Ray come around the corner. As Seleucus, you step around and you see Phil hugging Bubbled the Kobold next to a bloody trap. The freshly smelling corpse of a Zolgoth over here. And that's the scene.
Why do you seek death?
I do not seek death. I merely try to steal life.
Stop running ahead. Remember what happened in the fountain.
Okay, I disarmed most of them. Bobold's injured.
I am shocked.
Bobo inches forward, putting his 2 little fingies together. It's like, please, my leg. But he says it in Kobold, so you don't understand.
Oh, Bobold, if
Yeah.
only we could understand you.
I take out my bluntest acupuncture needle.
Little Bobold. He, he looks fresh as a daisy. He looks so good.
I immediately leave.
All right, I need to create a Bobold the Kobold here. Duplicate, edit, Bobold the Kobold. Configure. Assign, update. All right, there's that. And then Bobold the Kobold's ownership will be everyone. Save changes. All right, here's your new Bobold the Kobold, friends.
Yay!
You should be able to use him and move him and do things with him. I will still be playing Bobold the Kobold, let it be known. However, he is your little companion now. Little companion guy. All right. So...
Tunnel. Does it also lead out to around the same spot as the other one?
That one looks like it leads out down into darkness.
Ooh.
You get a extreme sense of foreboding, almost as if the DM really wants you to turn around and go the other way.
But every now and then I fall apart.
All right. I mean, off to the Darklands with you then. Alone again.
Now tonight.
I'm not alone. I've got Bobo.
But yeah, you get the sense that it leads down into basically what kind of like the Underdark from D&D, the Darklands. There's a horrible place with horrible monsters and horrible creatures and all kinds of awful things.
Get back into the map. There we go.
Zolgoths are the least of your worries down there, basically. And it's probably where they came from, though.
Interesting. We have to have line of sight to be able to move Bobold.
Bobold. Oh, yeah, you don't have vision with Bobold. That's the problem. I need to configure that. Well, maybe not. We'll work on that later. Okay, so you come back to the rest of the group. And, yeah, with a bit of courage and a lot of luck, the adventurers have survived their encounter with the kobolds and their pet. Now, it's up to you what you do. You can go back up and report your success. You've collected all the treasure. And such. It appears that the path out of this room leads to the outside somewhere.
Did Zolgren have any crown or other indication of being a ruler of the kobold?
No, besides having magic, besides the chest being her chest, basically, that was back there, because obviously they appear to have split the dragon's hoard and Zolgren's treasures, right? Zolgren's treasures are what you got out of the throne room back here. And another thing you might notice is that this throne, it's very out of place, and it appears to have been drug here from somewhere else. And when you think about it, you remember a room above here. That's the room where you set the traps initially with those kobolds about 2 sessions ago. It looked vaguely like an audience chamber or a throne room, but with no throne.
Harponi, you gonna drag that back with you?
But
Drag
no,
what back?
Zolgren has the largest eggshell necklace, and that's the only indicator that you can see beyond just knowing that they were the boss and were sitting in the chair.
And now
That's-
Bobold wears it.
That's good enough. Yeah, now Bobold is the
No.
boss of the curve.
No,
Well, himself.
himself and the one
Unless
kobold
that
you
other
spared.
one that ran away ever comes back, yeah.
You get a level up.
Yeah.
Bobold.
Tamali's gonna be very thrilled indeed. So this tunnel gently slopes upwards, and you can feel a fresh breeze coming from the easterly direction. Are you... anything else anyone wants to do down here before moving on?
No. Are
No?
we leaving this place?
Yeah.
It's
Nobody
a
wants
death
to leave.
house.
Job's done, it seems. Job is done. Everyone,
Ooh.
you managed to survive the menace under Otari.
Can I carve the dragon?
Sure.
At least what's left of it.
Sure. Give me a... I don't know. Give me a roll of some kind. Accurate. Right. Very nice indeed. Yes.
Thank you, Bobo.
What would you like to kobold? What would you like to carve off of this dragon? What are you going for here?
Bearing in mind that Bob already has its head. He's
Yes,
sort of
Bob
shoved it onto
did
the end of his
take
club
the
and
head
is waving it
already.
around.
Well,
sort
they are
of waving
bigger
it
than us.
towards Bobo, going, ooh.
I'm gonna harvest some of the skin and scales for a nice fetching piece of armor.
Some dragon hide.
Yeah.
All right, so you harvest a very good amount of dragon hide. Basically, it's like a bear skin rug, except it's dragon. Like you've got it stretched out nicely, and you got membrane here and there that you managed to carve off there somehow. And anyway,
While he's cutting it apart, do I see any organs that look like they might be responsible for the generation of the poison?
You're not certain. Give me a nature roll, QW.
Ooh.
You see a, let's call it a sack that appears to maybe be the vehicle in which it spewed its poison stuff, but you're not certain if that's where the poison comes from or if it would still be generated after death.
I'll grab it, do some experiments on it when we're back in the city.
Sure.
I'm gonna look at Bob. I'm gonna point at the freshly skinned meat and be like, free food.
I will allow you. This small dragon probably has, let's say, Phil rolled a natural 20, so he critically succeeded in carving this thing up, which means he gets basically any of the skin or whatever he wants. I mean, it's the size of a large dog, basically. So it's not as much as it seems, but you can also get meat, and I'll let that be 2 days of rations for the whole party. Dragon meat, if you were to take it and prepare it. Otherwise, I'll let you take it and try and sell it or something.
Oh, we could sell it. I mean, it's dragon meat. Like,
So 10 rations of dragon meat, let's say.
yeah, like,
Okay. And
what
then
about like a
as
dragon?
you
What about
mentioned
like
that
a
you could sell
dragon
it.
heart or something? Can someone use something for a dragon heart? We have an alchemist.
you look down at the butchered corpse of the remains of the dragon, and you don't think there's anything left to be harvested. Oh.
Come, Bobold. Let's get you a nice suit of armor.
QW, make sure to add 1 dragon sack, venom poison gas sack to your
Oh,
inventory.
It's on. I took as my level 2 skill feat inventor, so I'm going to be experimenting with combining ingredients.
It's getting the full Monster Hunter treatment. Indeed. I mean, honestly, yeah, with a natural 20, I can't argue. So, off you go. Down the tunnel. You, Right. So you emerge from the tunnel after traveling for about 30 minutes outside of the town of Otari. You emerge out of a cave. The remnants of a camp around the cave's entrance seem to indicate that the kobolds had stayed there for some time before heading under the town to work their mischief. I don't have a map for that. We're doing theater of the mind now, boys. So, it's about midday now after all of your travels, tribulations, healings, and whatnot. You started very early this morning, but at this point, it is now into the afternoon. So you've been gone for quite some time.
Let's return to the fishery.
Indeed. All right. Heading back to the fishery, you head inside. You head inside, and Tamily greets you with a friendly wave. She looks you all over. She's like, you seem to have been through a lot. You didn't come back the way you went down, though. And she looks back towards her stairways down. Well?
You've got some holes to plug up in your basement, I fear.
Holes, you say? I wondered how they were getting in. What was eating my fish?
Oh,
Bob takes this
kobolds.
moment to pull out his club, which has the dragon head attached to it, and waves it in the air at her.
Oh!
Ugh.
Oh my goodness, there's a whole ass dragon under my fishery?
Well, not
Well,
so
it
much
was
full ass
very
anymore.
small.
It was a poison dragon, not an ass dragon.
We brought most of that dragon with us.
and backpacks dripping with blood on her floor. And she's
We
like,
even made
I see.
We even made a friend down there, and I introduced Bobolt.
Well, I can't thank you enough. I can't believe it. There's a kobold. Sounds like a small kobold army and a dragon. They were feeding a dragon down there.
Let's not forget the Zulgups.
What? What's a Zolgoth?
Oh, you know, horrible, smelly, eats lots of fish.
Well, I am very, very grateful for your assistance in dealing with this problem. Of course, here's your payment as promised, and she gives you each 5 gold for
Wasn't
your
it 10?
or 10 gold, whatever it was. Was it 10, or are you?
I think it was at least 60.
How dare you?
I could be wrong. I think it was 10. It might
I think
not
you're
be.
right. I think it was probably 10.
I could have sworn she said 100.
Yeah, see, now see, this is my problem. Mongoose.
No, I think it was 10 originally.
I'm trying to get down to the truth of it, and now everyone's just lying because they think it's funny.
We get 10 gold each, and then we also have to break down the amount from earlier.
Yes. Hope someone wrote that down.
I did. We got a hoard of 429 copper, 63 silver, and 18 gold. All of which I'm going to hand to the cleric to divvy out.
because he's the most trustful.
Sounds
yeah, he's
good.
the most honest of everyone.
Sounds good.
How much was it again?
429 copper, 63 silver, and 18 gold pieces.
There you go.
Okay. So all the leftover money that doesn't divide neatly, I'm just going to give to the poor.
I'm
nice.
the poor.
Nice. Well, we're actually going to get to that here in a second. Like I said, Tamily thanks you and pays you the promised amount. I believe it was 10 gold. We'll say it was 10 gold. That's not that big of a difference. So 10 gold apiece she pays you, and she says, well worth it. You are truly heroes, truly. I'm going to tell everyone how great you are, and you can eat free here for the next week. Ha ha ha, and she claps and says, come, we're getting ready for the evening. As you know, it's a humble fishery by day, but at night we serve drinks, we have games, and we live it up as best we can. And she claps her hands together, says, I was worried I was going to have to close tonight. I'm so happy that you took care of this for me. So happy. And she sets about starting to kind of clean up and ready the fishery for the nighttime. As I said, they serve food and drinks and play games and do stuff. And she says, you must come back by. I think I might have to reward you further. I didn't have 10 gold apiece may not be suitable considering everything you've been through. Come back tonight, and I think I have something else that might be up your alley. She goes.
Is she running a brothel?
She goes, no. She goes about her business, and begins to, clean up and arrange tables and chairs and stuff. So now your time is your own. You're in Otari. You have probably a good couple hours to kill. So what would everyone do in this period of time? Well, the first question would be, are you all going to come back later tonight and visit Tamily as she requested?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Yep.
Got a yes? We got a bunch of yeses, perhaps. And then, go ahead.
We've got some stuff to sell as well.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
You do have options on a couple different things, and in fact, I think this is the one I want. Yes. Let's just pop over to a new map I put together, or not put together, but stole shamelessly. Less put together and more stole shamelessly. You know how it goes. What this requires is a little bit of changing, retconning on a couple of things. We had named some bars before. Those bars already existed in Otari, and they already have their own names, so we're just going to use those names later for other bars. But you have the Rowdy Rockfish. Oh, no vision. Oh, my bad. Hold up.
Oh my god, I can't see.
Hold up. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Sayakos, heal me. I've gone blind.
There you go. Is that okay?
It's your gonorrhea.
I don't have it. That's Bob.
Can you see
Yeah,
that?
I can see it now.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is a map of Otari. Right now you're down here at the fishery. But there is a market that you can go to for all your various odds and ends. It's very close by. And it's basically any supplies you might need and various things. There's also a couple different shops that you can visit, including Ren's Wonders. We had called that Ren's Apothecary at first. It's actually called Ren's Wonders, and she sells more than just potions and whatnot. She sells all sorts of curiosities and various things.
There's even a nice place for us to live.
Yeah, the ruins of the thirsty alpaca. You could live there.
Yes. Excellent. We'll fix it up. We'll moonlight as tavern keepers during the day, but at night we're adventurers.
Speaking of which, I think Zeke has realized that adventuring's bullshit.
All right, let's play that out.
He Zeke's sitting there at the bar, kind of going, "I almost died 3 times. Why am I here? I thought it would be an easy paycheck, but no, this is fuck."
Oh no, this is hard. I've got a spectral guardian that protects me. You don't throw
Yeah, that
yourself
worked.
into the fight.
That worked out great, didn't it?
Well, maybe
No
you need a
offense,
better
Misha.
one.
Mhm.
Get another one. Just dismiss her and summon a better one.
You can't do that. That's not how that works.
Murder her?
No, not how that works. We're soul-bound.
Maybe Seliakos can heal you or something, and that'll help fix you.
Hmm.
No. I think I'm just gonna go back home. With that, Zeke throws down a couple of silver for his drinks, stands up, thinks about it, and goes back to the city. Adventuring is not for Zeke.
All
That
right.
guy's a That guy's
He's
a
gonna
vampire.
He's gonna go back to teaching at the academy.
Yep. Zeke tried his hand at field work, thought maybe he could rough it up with the best of them, but the rude awakening of the Menace under Otari has taught him one thing: he's just grateful to be alive. And Zeke,
I am not. I am more of a desk jockey than an adventurer.
and so Zeke heads back to his papers and his grading and his students back in Absalom, and walks away from the crew. Does anyone say goodbye to Zeke as he's about to leave? Anything going on?
I shout at the
so
guards.
you-
He's a vampire.
Well, I'm not, but good try. Like,
Phil, loving as
So you
always.
I mean,
Yeah. So Lucas gives him a manly nod.
well, you know, at least I was brave enough to admit that this sucks and I'm not cut out for it.
Yep, it's always wise to know your limits.
Yeah, Bob will wish him fair winds. He's used to transient companions on the waves.
Mm-hmm.
So
Phil
he'll
gives
come and
him a
leave the crew.
goodbye dance.
Phil does a goodbye dance, and it's actually pretty fetching.
So Heartbone's not actually there for any of this. He's dropping off his collected scientific research materials,
He slipped away already.
making sure they're preserved. So he's going to come back and be super disappointed.
Yep, so QW slipped away to take care of his alchemical regents. Phil does a goodbye dance and tries to get Zeke killed by the guards. Seliakos gives a manly nod. And, of course, Bob wishes fair winds to a transient companion, just as he does with all his other sailor companions before.
Yep, salutes him with a mug of, or whatever he's allowed to drink in this place.
Whatever
Bob,
you
give
want,
us-
Bob. You're a hero.
Bob, I need a backup dancer.
Okay, Bob pulls out the dragon head on a stick and bobs that along with.
Please do a performance check.
An excellent, horrible performance that is for kids.
I mean, if he rolls a performance, then
family
it's
friendly.
great.
It's family friendly.
Well done. You do a dance and a performance and you wave Zeke off as he heads off into the evening to head back to Absalom, or wherever it is he will go from here. Maybe we will hear from Zeke in the future, but for now, he is leaving our story. Thank you very much, Soul Knife, for that. That was good. Nice little character development, character moment. For now, I think Mongoose had to step away, and I kind of would like to have a short break as well. So let's all do a quick bathroom break. Is this your new character here, Ezrin?
What?
That's
Who,
not you? Okay.
me? No.
Do you have your new
No,
character put in yet?
I not yet. No,
Okay.
I have everything ready for him. I just haven't built the character sheet yet.
Okay. I'm gonna do.
But I can do that.
Yeah, we can
But I
do
can do
that.
that.
We can do theater of the mind and other stuff as you're doing that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put you a new actor to start messing with, because I forgot to do that. And then ownership, soul knife, owner. There you go. So you can start messing with that. But for now, we're gonna take a quick bio break, everyone. Bathroom break. Get your snacks, get your drinks, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, everyone. We shall return.
Hello.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good evening.
Have you decided what class you're going to be next?
Oh, I'll be a monk. Monks are easy.
Oh, they.
They they punch things very well, and I like to punch things.
Okay. I'm back.
There you go. Yeah, I had a look at Monk earlier. Pretty interesting, although I probably would go for something else if Seleucus dies.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever lost a player character in the first like dungeon or adventure, but it not be because that player character died.
Right, I am also back.
Excellent.
Phil wants to go shopping. He also wants
Seleucus
to know.
kind
Go on.
of... Go on.
I was going to say, I want to see how much the ruins of the thirsty alpaca would cost us. Be a good way.
Seleucus just wants to sell all the crap that he's carrying about.
I'm just thinking if we bought the thirsty alpaca, it'd be a good stopping area, a good like little base of operations.
Hold that thought.
I'm holding it.
No, hold it for a while. And never let it out again.
Oh. But it's a way to generate passive income too. We can hire people.
It's a burnt out husk of a building with a warren in it.
With a what in it?
A warren in it.
Like Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, but worse.
If we clear the warring, do we get to keep the ruins?
Oh.
I get the feeling that Bob sleeps there quite regularly as it is.
Maybe he does. I'm actually trying to figure that out.
I mean, it would make sense for both Bob and Phil to have slept in there at some point.
Well, I'm
It's
pretty sure I've
abandoned.
got info somewhere. Once the largest tavern in town until it suddenly collapsed in a recent disaster. There you go.
Oh, we could do like a Revenge of the Nerds style, like rebuilding montage.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
You're the
We've got...
best.
Well, it would just be Bob doing most of the heavy lifting and put the planks and everything in place, and one of us coming over and hitting it with something. What are my practical good skills for building? I don't got any. Oh, I do. I have +4 in crafting.
Yeah, Bob's trained in crafting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 of us trained in crafting.
Wow. Cool. Sorry, I really needed a snack. Wow. I was hungry. Okay. So, shopping?
Shopping!
Okay. Like I said, there is the Otari market, which has general goods, general adventuring supplies, things like that. Weapons, armor, shields, and ammunition can be found at the Otari garrison as well, which is over here. The premier armor and weapon shop is Blades for Glades up here. And you're also aware that you can get certain enchantments and healing spells and various things down at the Dawnflower Library.
Okay, where would be a good place to sell gems?
Let's try and sell gems. Probably the market. Or maybe Ren.
Well, I'm going to go to Rin because I have that giant emerald in the shape of a dragon eye.
Right. Alright.
Yes, Lucas has a polished shield that looks like a roaring lion that I want to sell. Short sword with an emerald. And the bolt of fine silk cloth. And I just want to flog that.
Bob is going to go. Probably the market is the best place. He's looking for a repair kit. Because the feat that he gained at the last level was, I can't remember what it's called, but it allows him to repair his shield much quicker. He breaks it.
Yep.
So it's a quick repair.
Yeah.
That's a little obvious, wasn't it?
You think you can
To
accomplish
do that, I need a repair kit.
all of these things at the market. So Phil skulks off to try and sell his gems to Ren. Meanwhile, QW is already at Ren's, at the back of Ren's in his little hut, his little alchemy hut, arranging
Which
his...
now that I see that it's right next to the river, I live in a hut down by the river.
You do. You certainly do. So you're there arranging your ingredients, and Phil comes and tries to sell some gems to Ren. Ren will turn you down, by the way. She's like, I mean, I would just turn around and sell it in the market. You might as well just do that.
I present it and show it to her and be like, but it's a dragon eye carved into it.
She glances at it and says, yes, it's very nice, Phil, but I mean, that's your hard-earned money. You need to go sell it. Get yourself some supplies.
Okay. Phil skulks off down to the market.
See you tonight.
See you later.
Say goodbye, Blot. Goodbye.
Come, Bobold. Let's go.
Oh, yes, you still have Bobo the Kobold. Okay.
Actually, before going back to the market, I'd probably dip into the garrison.
Okay.
Just to see what I can turn that dragon skin into.
Okay. No one there appears to be able to help you with that.
You sons of a bitches.
Yeah.
To the market.
All right. So as far as the market is concerned, you can sell anything. I think I gave the values of various things that didn't have value assigned already, right? But let me know if I didn't, and I'll get that for you.
The only one that I've got is the bolt of cloth is worth 5 gold.
Okay. Most of the things are 5 gold, but let me double check.
The only thing I don't have is the price for the giant emerald.
That was 20 gold on that. On the one you found with the treasure.
The single
dragon
giant
heart.
emerald that looks like the dragon's eye.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That one was 20.
Alright, I'll sell that for 20 gold.
Indeed.
Yeah, put the other 2 things in the chat that I need. I guess it's 5 gold each.
I think that's true,
Okay,
but I'm double checking.
thank you.
Let's see. The short sword with a small emerald. Not magical, but it does have fine craftsmanship, and the precious gem makes it worth 5 gold. And then the bolt of thing was 5 gold. There was a gold ring worth 5 gold in there in the treasures somewhere along the line. It came in the same treasure that the +1 short sword I think Phil took.
Yeah, I have the short one.
Okay.
That's a gold ring worth 5 gold.
We also had that bracelet with the dragon, or the scales, the fish scales on it. Silver bracelet.
Mm-hmm. I think I put the value of that in, though.
Yeah, I don't know who picked that up is the problem.
The emerald with the small glass box,
I think
Yeah.
I have that.
that's 20 gold.
Woohoo!
Try and
I made
split the money
40.
evenly.
I think that's 13 gold each.
Blades for Glades would be a good lawnmower repair shop name. All right. I will say that you can sell the dragon meat if you want. There's a buyer for that in the market. Let's see. You got 20, or I'm sorry, it was 10 rations off of it, right? The last time. So I'd say you can find someone that will give you 10 gold, 1 gold per ration for dragon delicacy meat.
Is there an inn or around the market that would buy a severed dragon's head, or is that just something that Bob's got to deal with on his own?
I think that's just a trophy for Bob now. You might,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not in the market anyway. No one seems interested.
And the skull's not big enough to wear as a helmet, is it? It's just a dog-sized head.
Might
Well,
be big enough for a
dog's head
Bobo to
sized.
wear.
Head.
Codpiece, man. Codpiece.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Now
I'd
you're
have to remove all
thinking.
the teeth first, because if I get struck in the sensitive area, the teeth would be driven into myself.
All right. You do manage to find your repair kit that you're after. It's a pretty basic kind of item.
Excellent.
As far as the hide is concerned, you don't manage to find anyone that can help you shape it into armor or anything like that. But anyone you ask is like, I've never dealt with dragon leather before. I don't even know where to start.
What to do?
Well, you could always buy any given supplies. Like I said, there are some places you can go.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Right. If you trade in your dragon rations, you can buy cheap rations made from horse meat and berries.
Delicious.
Let's see. Goods and services. Yeah, so this is an open air farmer's market. Basically, it's one part log cabin trading post, and it's a one-stop shop for most basic goods. Most adventuring gear, light armor, simple weapons, various things. There is a guy who appears to be running the place. And if anyone who's lived here knows, this is Kielino Lathanar. He comes over to you, Phil. And he says, "Hey, lad. I hear you've got some specialty pelts. You might know that I pay handsomely for specialty pelts, specifically wolf pelts. As you know, wolves got my wife years ago."
Well, I don't have a wolf pelt, but I do have this, and I pull out the juvenile green dragon pelt out of my bag.
He regards it briefly. And he says, I'll give you standard rates for it, for leather, if you want.
Might hold on to it.
He shrugs. And he says, "I'm hoping one day to get the skin of the one who killed my wife. That's why I was interested to see if you had any wolf pelts. But if not,
So tell me, where was the last sighting of this?
It was just
wolf?
outside Otari, years ago, a dark and stormy night. My wife went out to collect berries for our berry and horse rations, and she never came back. We found her corpse the next day after the storms had cleared, ravaged by a wolf-like creature. I am the only one who saw it slinking away into the forest. I've never seen it since.
I'll tell you what, maybe I'll do you a favor. Maybe I'll get my party together and we'll go hunt him down. Do you want the whole pelt or just the head?
Better men than you have tried. No one's been able to find the damn thing. But if you can manage to find it, I want the whole thing.
Deal.
He regards you again, and then he shrugs and walks away.
God, the people of this town are so weird.
All right.
I think I know what Phil wants to buy.
Okay. Before we get to
bow.
that, a bow? Okay, we'll just do it now then. You are
Yeah,
able to find a basic selection of bows in the market.
I'm wondering, is he, because of his size, is he too small to wield a longbow? Or would there be one for his size?
That I don't know, and I'm going to task you with researching on your own. For now, Phil looks at the bows, and we'll discuss the specifics of that on the side.
Sounds good.
All right. Off to the side of the market, Seleucos, there's a well-known gathering of homeless people and transients and just poor folk gather nearby in one of the nearby corners that you're aware of.
Okay, in that case, I'll spend another 4 silver and buy them some rations to eat.
Very kind of you.
Yes.
One of them, a disheveled man, looks up and he gratefully takes the ration from you and he thanks you.
Yeah, I guess nod and then move on.
Fair enough. Okay. Feeder of the poor, defender of the weak, Seleucos. What a hero. Okay, anyone else wanting to do anything while in the market here?
Bob has already left in search of beer of some sort.
Bob's walked away. Well, you're right next to the Crook's Nook. Bob would probably be extremely familiar with.
It's, yeah, as far as he's concerned, it's not the lowest of the low as far as taverns are concerned, but it is a place he's been thrown out of and
yes,
considered unwelcome
he's
to
not
return to.
familiar with
he's
it.
got money. Now he's
Yeah.
got money. They might let him back in.
They might. He's not familiar with it because it's a super low or bad or anything like that. He's familiar with it because it's a sailor's tavern. All the sailors know the Crook's Nook, and the best place to find other sailors is by going to the Crook's Nook as well. It's actually built on a bridge, or the tavern itself is the bridge, essentially, over this Osprey River. It's not the only bridge over the river, obviously. You can see other ones. But yeah, it's built as a bridge over the river delta there.
So yeah, that's where he goes to start
Okay.
celebrating in the only way he knows how.
Okay. So, yeah, you head over to that place. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. So this tavern serves several purposes for the town. It's a large wooden structure that functions as a bridge over the Osprey River, and it's also a cheap place to get a room for the night. And as a tavern, well known for serving the best seafood in town and the worst beer in town. Trapdoors to the tavern's floor allow direct access to the river below for fishing, but foolhardy or inebriated patrons sometimes wrestle over these openings to determine who's stronger and who's getting wet.
Bob was once kicked out for defecating through the opening.
Okay. You step in to the Crook's Nook, and a large man who's manning the bar looks up at you with a dark look in his eyes. And he says, "You again. I hope you brought money this time."
Bob says, yeah, holds up a finger and sort of jiggles his coin purse.
He, the big
so to
man,
speak.
walks around the corner, and you know him as Gregor the Small. That's his name, Gregor the Small. And he's an old sailor, and you know he's hella strong because he is the one to personally throw you out of the bar the last time by force. And he walks around, and he very barely is slightly taller than you. No one's taller than you, but Gregor is. He looks down a little bit at you, and he says, "You still owe me 5 gold for the damage you caused last time. You gonna pay up tonight? Should I put it on your tab?"
Bob says, "How about I wrestle you for it?"
Ha ha ha! He slaps his stomach and heads over to the hole. All right. You fall in the drink, and you owe me 5 gold. I fall in the drink, and we'll call it even. You know how this is played. And he assumes a ready position on the other side of the hole.
Yeah, Bob readies himself as well. And at the same time, he calls upon the power of the earth
A proper
to
use.
boost his, give him a sudden surge of strength.
A proper use of elemental fury of earth.
Yeah, where else than a bar fight? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Bob. So what we're going to do is opposing athletics checks. First, you have to get an advantage by winning an athletics check, and then you have to succeed on another one to drag him in. And otherwise, it pushes back and forth. Make sense? Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to roll randomly here. So roll an athletics check.
Oh,
it was almost a 20.
it was almost a 20.
All right. Greg grabs a hold of you quickly, faster than you thought possible. And he gets a hand behind your neck and another hand on your forearm. And he begins dragging you forward. He's got the advantage now. One more. Ooh, you take the advantage back. All right, it's even Stevens again. Oh, you should be adding 2 to yours as well because of your increased strength.
Okay, well, I don't think it's affected.
I don't think it's mattered at
so far.
this point. Yeah, so he takes advantage back again one more time.
This could be going on for a while.
It could go back and forth for a minute, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Or
no.
not. He drags you face forward into the drink, and down you go into the delta of the slow-moving river as it feeds out into the ocean. Not your first time.
Not for the first time, no.
Yeah, not your first time. And you hear him laughing up there, a big loud laugh. And he shouts down at you, "We'll call it even anyway, Bob, you old salty dog." And then he goes back to the bar.
Bob gives him a friendly thumbs up from beneath the waves. Drags himself out and shakes himself off like a dog. A salty sea dog.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, your party watches on. From
Except-
I don't know what everyone else is doing.
Phil's still looking at bows.
Phil is bow shopping. Seleucos is feeding the poor. QW's at his alchemist shop, his hut by the river. And Zeke has left. So yeah, you're actually on your own. Wow. Right now, anyway. So luckily no one saw you get embarrassed besides whoever's in the Crook's Nook. So you can head back inside at this point, and Greg will offer you a beer. He'll say that'll be 1 copper, and you better pay up.
Rob is more than capable of paying up this time. So he does.
All right. Okay. Well, time passes. Everyone kind of goes about their business. Is there anything anyone else wants to do for the next... There'd be another hour or two probably before you had to go back and meet Tamily, as you agreed.
Well, Phil's going to buy a short bow.
Okay.
So however much that is. He also wants to have a look at grabbing, I don't know, 70 arrows.
Okay. The quiver's included. You're welcome.
So, trying to figure out how much that's going to set me back.
I'm looking. Since you're making me look up stuff, and I said we'd do it later.
Yeah, well, I wanted a gun, but you're like, no guns.
I told you no guns.
Exactly. So a short bow is 3 gold pieces.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, you figure it out. I'm trusting you not to cheat here.
I'm going to change.
Well, Lucas is gonna wander over to the Dawnflower Library just for a moment or two.
Sure thing. The Dawnflower Library. Yep, that's Otari's largest temple. It's built on the westernmost edge, atop an upraised shelf that's nevertheless far below the clifftop. The library's position allows it to catch the rays of the rising sun, which transform its central dome into a brilliantly glowing testament to the sun goddess Sarenrae, at the very least when the sky is clear.
Yeah, I'm very quickly just gonna, I forget the name of the lady, but report to her. Quest done, evil smote. There's another quest that we're going to do. And I've got a question, which is, should Dampiers be killed?
Vandy Banderdash takes your report. She's the chatty woman who runs she's the head priestess of this temple. She greets you eagerly and looks surprised after you tell her what it was you faced down there. Indeed, you've saved the people of Otari. Surely you've been rewarded gratefully for this, right? Yes?
Yes.
Good. Well, the reward of the grateful glow of the people should be all you need. May her light guide you.
Indeed. Tell me, should Dampiers be slain? Or can they be good?
Not inherently evil, per se. They are the product of evil, product of unholy union, at the very least, between evil and normal human or some other kind of people. They shouldn't be killed on sight. They should be treated like orcs, for example. Not all orcs are terrible, horrible, or better yet, lizard people. Am I right, Seleucos? One look at you terrifies the children. You look over and you see the orphans cowering in the corner.
Can I make an intimidation check
Yes.
on the children?
Yes. They are well intimidated. One of them pisses his pants.
Thank you for the answer. And I turn around and leave quickly.
Then he says, wait, one moment. Wait.
Yes.
She says, it scares me every time you do that, you know. Please. I just wanted to give you this. And she holds out a scroll. She says, "You're becoming a powerful cleric in your own right, and I think that you could use a little bit of practice."
Practice doing what?
Read the scroll. And she turns and leaves. If you unravel the scroll and read it, you find that it is actually a higher level heal spell. So it is a scroll of heal level 2.
Oh, that's nice. Next level, I'll be able to do that 4 times every day myself.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, that could come in handy.
She says, "Good work. You've done the library proud. Now, I must see to my other duties. Do you need anything else?"
No. Thank you.
Very well. She goes back to what she was doing.
Yep, I head back to the market and the rest of the party.
Okay. So night is starting to fall. Bob is having a beer inside the Crook's Nook. He and Greg are old friends again. Phil just finished shopping for his short bow and new set of arrows.
He even
QW,
picked 3 throwing daggers.
3 throwing daggers as well. Excellent. QW Heartbone, you, I assume, probably headed back over to the market after you were done with your activities.
Yeah, once everything was properly stowed, labeled, preserved.
Could have taken a while. So you all gather again outside of the Otari fishery, which is much different. When you first got here this morning, it was a somber place, kind of empty. There was no one there. Smell of fish and the sound of seagulls was all that really accompanied the place. Now that night has fallen, you can hear the sounds of laughter and cheering, music being played, drinking, mugs being clattered together, and just the general sounds of mirth and good times coming from the Otari fishery.
We see, I've forgotten her name.
Tamily.
The lady who gave it. Yeah, Tamily. Can we see her?
Yep, you see her going to and fro from kind of table to table, saying hi to people, chatting with them, dropping off beers, and the like.
Head up to her and say, "You wanted to see us again."
Oh! Tamily sees you and her eyes light up brightly, and she loudly says, everyone, they're here! The heroes!" And she starts clapping, and everyone in the room gives a big cheer for you and your party. They're like, "Yeah, the heroes! Yeah! They saved the fishery! Woo! They killed that dragon! Woo!" Etc. so forth. A guy comes up and offers to buy you a round. "First round's on the house for the heroes," he says loudly, and throws down some money on Tamily's bar. And you are all served beers and whatnot. After you get comfortable, whether you have beer, got alcohol, didn't get alcohol, whatever, you all gather at a table, and Tamily kind of gestures you over and sets you down. And she says, "There is something else I wanted to talk to you about. As I mentioned, I feel remiss. Maybe my reward for this was a little light on what I could have. 10 gold each is a steal for killing a dragon. Am I right? You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I felt awful about it. And then I had an idea. None of you all need a place to be, right? Right?
Yes.
No.
To be what?
Well, she lifts her mug to all of you in a toast, and she says, well, now that you all know what a good adventuring, everyone knows what a good adventuring team needs. Now that you're all through your first big adventure, for the most part, what you need is a base of operations, right? A hideout, a headquarters, a place to sleep that doesn't charge you by the night. Ha 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 ha, she laughs, and several people around her laugh as well. And I have just the place for you. I have an old...
Is it the sewer?
No. You live in the sewer?
Sometimes.
Yeah, he's a sewer goblin.
Gross.
Yeah, I know.
Well, anyway, I have just the place. It's an old fishing camp. It's an old fish camp that I used to run. It's right up the road from here. I haven't been using it since I opened this place up, and she gestures around. And I owe you all something big. If you want it, it's all yours. You just gotta be careful when you check it out. It's been empty for a long time. Who knows what's up there now? Oh, and don't mind Blue Finley. They're harmless.
What's a blue Finley?
Oh, it's harmless. It's nothing really. It's a ghost. They were there when I bought the camp way back when, and they just kind of keep to themselves, so I just leave them alone. As long as you don't bother them, you'll be fine.
I make a religion check to see if that's true.
Sure. Ooh, very good. One moment. You know that if there's a ghost, generally what that means is there's some, like, reason for the ghost to still be hanging around, unfinished business, some other kind of, standard ghost things.
Okay. So
Generally speaking, not all ghosts are bad, but generally they'll haunt people and things. You're not you're not positive that there's no danger, basically. in a
in
ghost.
that case,
kind
I'll
of
ask,
thing.
what do you know of the origins of this ghost?
Nothing. I'm sorry to say. Like I said, the ghost was there when I bought it. And I mean, I wasn't really aware of the camp's history before that.
We should exorcise the ghost so its spirit can rest.
Yes, maybe
Maybe
you
we can
help.
help it.
Gotta
Yes.
exorcise those demons.
Yeah, true heroes like you would help Blue Finley move on. Maybe if you can help, they'll just go away and move on to the
I
next
can-
life.
I speak a language that dead things sometimes speak. I might be able to talk to it if it can't speak common.
Oh, that's nice.
How do I add a picture to the character?
I see.
We do. You have a pic. You need a picture of Tamley. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I have a picture ready for my character. He's done.
Oh.
So
Well, okay. And you've got him put in here. Yeah, send me the picture. And actually, as we start this, so as you're standing there, you're sitting there talking with Tamley. You just asked her what Blue Finley is, and she explained that it's a ghost. Into the room, into the Otari fishery walks a new person, human man.
well, he's a half elf, but yeah.
Oh, a half-elf man. Why does it say human?
Because my ancestry is half elf.
Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Yes. So send me that picture and describe what the rest of the party see.
So in walks he's a half elf, and got kind of pointy ears a little bit, but he's dressed in regular explorer's clothing. But what's odd is he's carrying a staff and a couple of weapons that you guys don't really recognize. And he's got a badge on his clothing, on his jacket, that is a candle with a like a candelabra, but with only 3 candles, with 3 of the little legs or whatever they're called, and each leg has a flame on it that has a little star shine above it.
Interesting. Okay. So, in walks this guy. Oops. Let me change a couple things. So a monk-looking guy, half-elf guy, walks in. Tamily waves him over. Tamily waves you over as you walk in. And she says, "Dak, honey, thanks for coming back. I'm glad. I'm sorry you couldn't really help with the other thing. You were a little too late showing up for that. But these folks may need your assistance. Heroes, this here's Dak. He's here. Well, you tell them what it is you do. But I think he can be of help to you, especially when it comes to clearing out the fish camp. I don't know what's out there, but it's a somewhat dangerous part of the woods."
Oh, hey, my name's Dak. I come from a long line of witch killers and undead slayers. The knowledge has been kind of lost, so I don't really know exactly everything that my ancestors did, but I know a little bit.
Yes. Do you know of Blue Findlay?
No,
I don't know.
you
Okay.
don't.
No, I do not.
Oh, honey, that's that ghost I was telling you about. Haunts the fish camp.
Oh,
That's all I know.
right.
It's a ghost that haunts the fish camp.
Probably not a ghost.
She shrugs. I haven't been out there in years. Well, either way, the place is yours. You just have to claim it. How's that for a reward?
Well, it's cheaper than my normal fare, I guess.
Yes, you'll be joining this group of individuals. They will be determining, they've actually recently started working together themselves. They helped me with that thing I was telling you about under the fishery. So yes, any questions? Feel free to head out whenever you want. She pulls out a small map and shows you on the map. Let me see if I've got... Oh, yes, I do. Hold on one moment. And I will bring you to a larger map. First, I will turn off token vision.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Okay, so refer to the Kortos map. This is the Isle of Kortos. Otari's down here at the bottom. And then over here is Absalom. That's the nearest very large city to you guys. And that's where Zeke went off to, where he teaches and whatnot. She points at the map. She says it's about 6 miles down the road, off to the west there. So basically, she points to a point that appears to be around 6 miles down the coast.
Would we know if there were any Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, would we know if there were any particular dangers along the way?
Sometimes there's always spiders, and sometimes they can get very big. Some of the animals in the woods can tear you up right nice too, if they're, if you're not watching for them. I know there's around this time of year a couple boars running around. Those things are always in a bad mood.
There's also some wolves that like to prey on the populace every now and then.
Oh, you've been talking to that old codger over the market again.
He did. He said, "Don't be listening to that mean old haddock down at the fishery."
What a cad. He claims a wolf killed his wife. I think there's something deeper, but no one's ever proven it.
I think you did.
How dare you? And she walks off. She's like, take the camp if you want, or don't. And then she walks off to serve her other patrons.
Suspicious.
Actually, okay. She comes back and says, okay, while you're there, what? Hold on, I missed something. Oh, just kidding. She just says, I got to get back to work. Feel free to stay as late as you want. Play a game or two. Drinks tonight are on me. And she goes about her business.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like that meme of Dark Vader being a jerk. They come back and then just turn around.
I've altered the deal. No. No, she says, drinks are on me. Yep, drinks are on me. You lot. So drink to your heart's content, and then you'll have to find somewhere to stay tonight. There's no rooms here.
Oh, she may regret saying drink to your heart's content to poor Bob.
Well, she might.
Double fisting tankards at the moment.
So while she's gone, I filled the rest in about the wolf situation. That it wouldn't be a bad idea to go wolf hunting while we're exploring the going down towards the camp.
At the very least, that guy will pay well for wolf pelts in hopes that you got the right one.
How long ago did this guy lose his wife?
A couple years, he said.
Years ago.
Okay.
I think he means at least. I just hold up a random number of fingers.
Or how long do wolves live anyway?
Again,
I don't know, like
number of fingers.
I don't know, like 10 years in the wild.
Oh, so maybe he's elderly now. Real easy to get him, right?
Is anyone wanting to do anything in particular? Bob, if you are drinking heavily, you give me a constitution save. Anyone who's drinking heavily needs to do constitution saves.
I mean, I had a drink, but it was a large one.
You're probably fine.
I am not fine.
Phil gets drunk on one large
Oh, Bob
beer.
does everything heavily.
Bob, you're fine.
That is a big ass spider climbing up my wall.
Heartbone will be nursing a beer, probably have two over the course of the entire evening. He's dictating to Blot, who's writing things down about his ideas for using some of the things he found.
Very good.
All you could drinks, nothing at all alcoholic.
He has a water or a sarsaparilla.
He has some prune juice.
A delicacy. Delicious prune juice. Or a warrior's drink.
Yeah, it's good enough for Worf.
Very good. Okay, so you spend the night drinking, having a good time, talking, partying. And then you manage to find yourself some rooms at the tavern nearby. The Crook's Nook. Bob takes you over there drunkenly. He doesn't stumble or anything, but he's definitely drunk.
I may need to be carried.
Yes, Phil needs to be carried. But you get yourself some rooms at the Crook's Nook, and the next day arises. Or unless you want to head out at night,
What could go wrong?
or
Let's
do
go.
anything else if you want to do some stuff.
Heartbone's going to need to do some preparations in the morning.
Okay. Morning prep.
I want to shoot the doggy.
Don't shoot the doggy.
Phil sleeps off a hangover. Bob
Oh,
wakes
Bob is
up
sort of
bright-eyed and
reluctant to-
bushy tail.
He's sort of reluctant to leave town at all because he remembers Tamley saying that she was going to provide food for him for a week. So maybe he went away with his pockets stuffed full of fish.
Probably. If he bugged her about it, she would have just given him as much fish as he could carry.
He's pretty strong.
A lot of fish, I'd say. You were able to stuff your pockets full and restock yourself on dried fish snacks. Okay. Anyone else want to do anything or anything like that for morning stuff? You may do like morning preparations and all that makes sense. And then we'll say you all gather.
How many hit points do we get back? Because I know it's not that much from sleeping.
It's not that much from sleeping, but we can also assume that you would be doing wound treatment if need be, right? Occasionally.
I suppose so. Yeah, sure.
That's what I was under the assumption that you would treat any wounds. And then barring that, it is...
Just seeing there is actually a button on the
Oh, is there?
left. It's underneath max HP. Yeah, rest for the night.
Gotcha. There you go.
Yeah.
What did it do? 1?
Yeah, I was only 1 hit point short, so...
It's a minimum of 1. It's equal to your Constitution modifier multiplied by your level. So. And then if you rest without shelter or comfort, that might get reduced. But you all rested in rooms, and nothing happened. So it is now the next day.
Time to go hunting.
Time to go hunting. So, you know the direction to get to your new fish camp, should you wish to get there. There's also rumors of wolves in the woods nearby. Or I guess you could do whatever you wanted to.
Oh. Let's see. Where are we on this map?
Otari. It's in the middle there.
Ah, here we go.
And then
So,
your
and
little
we
camp
got-
is like over here somewhere, like 6 miles away around the coast to the west is
What's
where
this
your
godlike
camp is.
keep?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right.
That's
I guess we can go clear that camp.
that's just the hangover.
Oh, okay. I guess we can go clear that camp out.
You do have a potential new base of operations if you can clear the camp out. It belongs to you now.
Let's go clear the camp out.
All right.
All right.
get at least a solid foothold that I'm assuming you're gonna. We could be allowed upgraded later on.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out, won't we? I guess we'll have to learn together. But yes, short answer is yes. Short answer. It is a base of operations for this upcoming adventure path we're doing that I'm moving us into.
All right.
And it
go
does
for
get
this camp out.
upgraded and stuff.
I'm good with that.
So you gather up your stuff. I'm under the impression that you all have basic camping gear, like bedrolls and various things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rations and whatnot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. If not, you could always purchase things at the Otari market. But otherwise, once you're ready, you can set out along the road.
I do have one question for you.
Go ahead.
How much is it to upgrade weapons?
Well, let me switch to this entirely different part of this book from where I'm at right now to look that for you.
It's just we may as well while we're still in town.
Uh-huh.
Lucas takes a piece of meat from between his teeth and looks at Phil.
Phil gives him a big smile back, but you can't see it because he's wearing a mask.
Let us see. Magic weapon. +1 magic weapon is 35 gold pieces at the Dawnflower Library.
Ooh, only 35?
35 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll grab an upgrade for my bow then.
And just how much money did you get in that dungeon down there?
48 gold, 29 silver, 5 copper left.
Mm-hmm. Seems like
Because we had to split money, and then I had the 2 emeralds, so they sold for 20 each.
You were supposed to split that too.
Ah. Well, I still have the
Yeah.
40 that I can split.
The fuck?
So I won't buy my upgrade.
I was like, how the fuck do you have 50 gold already? It's because you're not supposed to. It's because you're cheating. Got it. Got it. Okay, so that's 8 gold pieces a person. For the 40 he would have gotten from the emeralds that apparently he did not share. I don't know if any of you have added that yet or not.
I was assuming that the emeralds were split when I said however much people got.
Ah. That's what I thought too. Silly Phil.
Can't blame a rogue for trying.
I guess that's fair. How much was that in the end?
40 total from me with the 2 emeralds.
No.
So...
Seleucos, the number you gave everyone.
Well, I'll go
Sorry,
through just
never mind.
all the things because I didn't make a note of it at the time. It's
The split you said was 3
75
gold, 18 silver, and 91 copper from the Horde of the Dragon.
3 gold, 18 silver, 91 copper. That's
8
just from
gold
the dragon.
Yeah, 8 gold from the 2 emeralds.
8
each.
gold from the 2 emeralds.
yeah, and 7 gold from the other bits and pieces
Okay.
that we sold,
Okay.
and also the dragon rations.
Right. Okay. So that was after the split, 7 gold? Or 7 gold that needs... Okay. I don't know. This
Yeah.
is why I wanted you all to keep track of this shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it was 7 gold each from splitting the shield, the short sword, other stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even add that to mine.
So 7 gold from that, 8 gold from the emeralds. That's 15, and then plus another 3. Let's call it another 4 gold.
I'm gonna
Just rounding up.
Well, if you want to.
Shit, I don't
I
know.
did make it.
Nor do I care. I'm losing patience fast. I just know that he can't afford a fucking +1 magic weapon right now, the liar.
Well, now I can't. I split the money.
Fiend.
Sleight of hand failed.
Fiend. Sleight of hand failed. What a fiend. Truly.
See?
Yep. Yep. You're still sickened for some reason.
Because we never took it off after the last fight.
You're sickened from your own greed.
Alcohol poison.
He is hungover, so
He is hungover. Your own greed and alcohol poison. Okay, so yeah, I think everyone probably ended up with like 18 gold, 18 and a half, something like that.
No, it's more than that because we got 10 gold from Tamale and we also found
yes.
some other things, some other gold in there.
That's true. Small amounts of
Yeah,
money
it's not
in
bad.
there.
It's around 35. That'll vary a bit because depending how much you still had left over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But as far as the money goes from the entirety of the dungeon, it's like 35-ish gold.
35-ish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm
So potentially you could have afforded the +1 magic weapon. So I'll allow it.
I don't have enough now.
I see.
I'm down to 23 golds
I see.
because I also bought equipment and stuff.
Right. I see. Well, it's 35 gold.
Right, I'll
For the
remember
future.
that.
And you begin traveling to the fish camp. I'm gonna switch. So you follow the main road for a while around the coast and along the cliffs, and eventually it diverges where the main road continues west and a dirt path leads off south along the coast, which is where you know you need to go. You know it's about 6 miles, which is about 2-3 hours travel, and now you're about halfway through that. How would your group be traveling?
I definitely don't have a horse, so I'm on foot.
Hey.
Yeah, on foot. Are you trying to hustle or anything like that, or avoid notice, like be sneaky?
Well, Phil would try to be sneaky, but he'd also try to kind of scout out the way.
Scouting. Okay.
In fact, I think that's one of his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
One of his, what you call them, exploration actions is he can scout ahead.
Yes, and there are a number of different exploration actions that people can take if they wish, as you guys are traveling outside of like a dungeon and things. Let me pull those up.
How long are we going for with the session?
Not much longer. Not
cool.
not much longer, I promise. I just wanted to look this up. You know what? I can skip it. Never mind. Just kidding. So as you're traveling, you come along this path So you're heading down. This is the, as far as orientation goes, you're heading south along this path, north to south path. You've now entered this like dirt track, and it starts to go through the woods a little bit here in the yep. So you're here on this dirt path. Scouting, how does that work?
Scouting, you scout ahead and behind the group to watch for danger, moving at half speed. I don't know which one that is. At the start of the next encounter, every creature in your party gains a +1 circumstance bonus to their initiative rolls.
Okay, cool. So yes, you were scouting ahead. So let's put Phil up ahead a little bit. And then
You have the wrong character there for me.
I do. I was building this earlier. I didn't have a character for you before.
Here we go. Man,
We're still in mourning. God.
Gosh.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
He's
All right,
almost
cool.
like-
It's over. Suck it up.
So
These almost sound identical.
we want to decide, before we got in here, we needed to decide party order and what anyone might be doing, if anything, exploration-wise, activities goes. So we already know we were scouting. Were you trying to avoid notice as well?
I don't think
Are
I
you
can
able
do
to do
both
both?
at the same time.
Okay, so just scouting then. So you have your scouting, but there's also avoid notice, defend, detecting magic, hustling.
I can't have them active at the same time.
Investigating, searching, and then there's some survivors skills like tracking and sensing direction.
I've got detect magic as a cantrip, so I could be just going through that as we go.
All right. You don't sense anything odd or magical about this area, so there's that. Though that could have tipped you off if something magical was out here. Anyone else wanting to do any? And tell me what order you guys are traveling in. We have Phil up front scouting, and that's all I've got.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm using both scout and avoid notice. I can actually use both.
Okay.
But I also have a feat called Quiet Allies.
Okay.
When you are avoiding notice and your allies follow the expert use, you and those allies can roll a single stealth check using the lowest modifier instead of rolling separately.
Okay.
So if we want to stay stealthy and they follow me, we only roll 1.
Yeah, but using the lowest modifier.
That's still
Is
better
that what
than
you
that.
said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still better.
So it makes it 1 basically, though, is 1 check instead of 1 group check at your lowest thing. So that's up to you if you want to do that. I'll let you. You can do avoid notice. What does avoid notice do? Gives you a circumstance bonus for getting noticed, I assume. Mm-hmm.
You attempt a stealth check to avoid notice while traveling at half speed. Blah, blah, blah. If you're avoiding notice at the start of encounter, you can usually roll a stealth check instead of a perception check, both to determine your initiative and to see if the enemy notice you.
All right, give me a stealth check then. Excuse me.
And 19.
20 is still sickened.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
still sick. We gotta take that off.
Avoid notice rolls? Was that what?
So
Stealth.
that's what he was doing, was stealth. Oh, it's the other way. There you go. No longer sickened.
So it was a 20.
So your stealth is 20. So we are all rolling our separate stealth then. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody was following the leader, so.
Okay, so Dak, you got anyone who wants to be stealthy, go ahead and roll it. Ooh, super stealthy QW Heartbone, and arrange yourselves in the order that you wanted to be traveling in, please.
I'll hang out over here.
Okay. So old wheel ruts line the path here where carts or wagons might have once passed through, but the tracks are faint and worn. Brush and twining vines grow thick among the trees lining the path, and chirping, chattering of birds and insects fill the air. You can hear the sound of some like noises in the underbrush. Phil, give me a perception check. Okay. You do hear some kind of noise coming from the brush. I'll let everyone else do perception checks as well. Mm-hmm. It's
There you go.
yeah, there you go. Okay. Phil does not notice, but the rest of you do. You hear snuffling and snorting in the brush over this way. And you're positive that it has to be the sound of a wild boar. Coming from the brush over yonder.
Lucas will get needle darts ready to go if it seems to move towards them aggressively.
Mhm. All right. Let me do this then. Does anyone want to move or do anything like that? There does not appear to be any kind of action yet, but movement
gonna-
may change that.
Keep creeping along while I'm in stealth.
All right, yep. Give me more. Give me another. If you are moving, give me another stealth check.
I will raise my shield as well.
Yeah, 25.
You hear snuffling and stuff, but no aggressive noises. You hear him snorting, snuffling, digging. And you also hear one more thing. The scariest thing of all. Looming over the edge of the episode. A massive Cliffy.
It's a kraken.
It's a Cliffy! And we're going to have to find out what happens next time on the Troubles in Otari Newbie campaign. Continuing on, that's the start, what we just had there, of the next campaign. So we will pick up next time and see what happens with this boar. I want to thank you all for joining me and playing and letting me DM and stuff. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you for DMing.
Thanks for cobbling it.
Yep. And yeah, we'll catch you all next time. We'll do some scheduling after the stream is over here. But otherwise, for those in the audience, thank you. Whether you were chatting, whether you weren't chatting, we appreciate you being here and spending some time with us and listening to us be nerds and be weirdos and stuff. So appreciate you.
Yes.
Especially the weirdos.
All right, we'll catch you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Everyone say goodbye.